Last week we did not have a session because we were down a few people, just because life got into the way, as
Down
it
a
has
few. We
tendency
were
to
down
do.
pretty much everybody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, last minute. Uh, I'm hoping that when I start the welding job, that does not that doesn't throw everything off, because supposedly right now that is supposed to be first shift for the first 9 weeks when I do training. But my schedule, my schedule literally says, like, shift first, parentheses, employment is dependent upon willingness to work all shifts. So, oh, and then it also has as another, like, tiny blurb: schedule is subject to change. So,
That's helpful.
Nice.
yep. But hey, that's in a few weeks. So, yeah, if we have to adjust fire, we have to adjust fire. Um, but yeah, instead of doing a session last week, we just talked about BattleTech for a couple of hours, and and mainly talking about, and you know what? Hey, rather than me just talking the entire time as I usually want to do, hey, Evan, tell people about, like, what was it that we were talking about.
Yes. Please, Evan, tell us what you did.
Well, among the many things that we talked about, we discussed primarily the disparity between like game systems, especially when it came to the role play aspect of the system, between what was with the MechWarrior games before and what was the latest edition of the BattleTech roleplay game, which is A Time of War, which is very much in aspect of the the war game that BattleTech ultimately is, and how Catalyst has ultimately simplified that system into Destiny and oversimplified it into more of a storytelling system. We ultimately come to the conclusion that it's not an improvement, that some things can certainly change in A
John,
Time of War.
What the hell are you making? Sangria?
What, is that me?
Oh, it's John.
No, it's John.
Oh God! Oh, damn it! Was this?
John is always making sangria.
No. I don't know. Yeah, I've got my glass is right near the mic. That's probably what it was.
Probably
Yeah.
it. Because it's still on that shock pad, probably.
Yep.
So beyond that, what we actually did since last week, which is in response to some of the discussions, is some of the improvements that we're actually trying to work into our own BattleTech game, Whiskey and War Crimes. Because, as noted, some parts of the system are clunky, and people argue more about the rules of BattleTech than they do in actually playing the game. Like, periodically,
Evan, sorry, let me interrupt you just a second. John, just so you know, like, you need to go to either push to talk or something, because I'm hearing every
You're hearing me type. Oh, God damn it! Why don't I try shifting my mic over and then doing a sensitivity check? Continue, Evan. Continue.
It's already improvement, I will say that. So, like, among the many things that needed to change was the movement rules. The way that BattleTech runs right now is that movement in play, as it is right now, will have sorry, I'm hearing two different things. I'm wondering if I cut out a moment.
I mean, you were a tiny bit, but it just sounded like you were stopping talking a bit.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just having some audio issues over here. So, okay, movement in BattleTech right now counts as turning as expending movement points, and that's the only thing we calculate right now. Thing is, people will get bogged down in counting those turns along with their forward movement or reverse movement and that will slow down the game precipitously. What we did instead, and we tested out just yesterday, was adding in another mechanic that actually speeds things up. We call them handling points. And that is calculated separately from movement points. John and I...
May's got handling points with me.
Welcome,
I'll
Mike.
give you some handling points.
I actually worked out some handling points this morning with myself.
Ooh.
That sounds good for you.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I had a really
sure
good time.
Suffice to say that we did prove within the test game that the speed of the game not only up because we were not bogged down in trying to remember or calculate how the turns were being handled, because we used poker chips to just discard whenever we were doing a turn, and that just sped things up in the moves itself. But it also showed that that the units itself in the game sped up as well. It made tactical options more viable. Like, battle mechs actually were able to move more like real-life infantry. To just shift over to a space and use the available cover. It wasn't a slow drive. Like one that you can track, like naval ships, where like every turn is like a half hour. It felt more like the role-playing games that I was used to. Because I'm a role-play gamer first and foremost. The wargaming just is a nice little thing to tell the story. But now, it doesn't get bogged down in the minutia of like what we're going to do like 5 turns ahead. No, now we can just think about the next turn ahead if we came down to it. It sped the game up. It created more tactical options. And it's something that we're going to be looking forward to when we get back to doing Whiskey and War Crimes properly. And I'd be up to doing another stream to demonstrate this, because I know a lot of people would probably be interested in incorporating this into their game. And maybe do a few other skirmishes on tops too. We'll see where we go with it.
Are we done with that?
Yeah,
Done on my side right now. Since we have you, we can get onto the game we're doing tonight, which is Doom Hell on
John,
Mars.
you're still muted, just so you know. John, we can't hear anything you're saying. I hear on push to talk and are forgetting to hit the talk.
No, he is be heard on Twitch, but not on
TeamSpeak?
Not on TeamSpeak.
That's fine.
I know, right?
Awesome. So now we're having our weekly technical issues. Sweet.
How about this now? So you're able to hear me now when I have it on.
There you are.
Okay.
There
So this is the thing that doesn't make any sense. I put it on push to talk, and when I held down the push to talk button, it didn't do anything. So yeah.
Can't win, right?
Glorious.
Sounds like something wrong with the biological interface. Got it.
Oh no. Something's wrong with our brains.
Should get those replaced. I hear those are defective. They're very, very defective nowadays.
I hear that.
All right. Well, here we
Well,
go.
we're here
Now
now, and we are on. So let's get on with it.
Yeah. For some reason, it's working now. So whatever.
For the moment.
Yeah. Well, apparently you can't set control to be it doesn't like that.
Well, it does, but if it's your primary application, if you're using something else that interfaces with it, it causes problems. You don't want to use control. You want to use something else. My favorite is the wheel mouse.
Well, the only button that I have tried for push to talk that has worked so far is the shift key. So TeamSpeak is extraordinarily annoying, but it's the only thing that works for this because nobody else has I'm doing it all on the back end. Anyways, We didn't, as I said earlier, we didn't have a session last week because some life got in the way. But picking up where we left off, uh, you guys are in the government center, so the primary like administrative government complex in Mars City. You reported back. You checked in with your chain of command. You briefed them on what the hell happened and why you blew up an extremely expensive and vital piece of civic infrastructure, depriving the city of all but backup emergency power. Um, and you did manage to convince uh, Colonel Berrien of the realistic nature of and seriousness of the threat that you're facing, and that was enough to get. Well, theoretically, you guys are going to start responding in a more organized way to defend against this new unknown enemy, and then that was when people tried resetting testing out backup power, making it actually, we're trying to shift to main power. Technically, UAC staff was rerouting stored energy that's set to be or set up to be shipped back to Earth. That's at the starport. Just rigging that up to reestablish power in the city. They powered that stuff up, and that's when literally all hell broke loose and things went really badly. So you are right outside of the conference room that you're in uh, when you were briefing Colonel Berrien. And yeah, outside, scene of absolute chaos. There's, let's see, over on this side. All right, so over on this side of the room, you have there's essentially the UAC annex portion of the the area that you're in, the command center that you're in. Um, there is there are a few possessed security guards that are still there. You can see what looks like some kind of a small teleporter that has a portal that monsters keep kind of streaming out of. Specifically, the main thing that's come out of it so far are lost souls. You've noticed that the lost souls, when they hunt down a person and they run into them, they seem to take possession of the body and turn them into a possessed person. So that's obviously a bad thing. There's only a few civilians still left alive in the room, and when we had left off, let's see, what was the round of combat that we were in?
Second round of combat, I think we recall, and
Yeah.
we set it up quite well. In my recall, the way I recall it, we are a cohesive unit, and it shows.
We were and Yorgis laughing through all the enemies that he was put in front of.
Yes, and so yep, just double checked it. You guys are on round 2 this fight. There's one bad luck point that has been accumulated so far. And yeah, with your objective, just to reiterate it, Colonel Berrien is still insensate from the splitting migraine that happened when the wave of hell energy burst forth from wherever it came from and really screwed up everybody's head. You guys, having already been exposed a little bit, recovered faster. He's mobile, but he's dazed. Paul's was in the process of helping carry him. Um, Overall, your objective right now is to fall back to the military annex of Government Center. So essentially, get back to Marine HQ. You also have Susan, the survivor that you had found. She's still with you guys. So there you go. That's all that's happening. And with that, we're going to pop back into the game here. So uh, here we go. Getting the ambiance going. There we go. All right. So, where we had left off, you guys are at confident cohesion still. With confident cohesion, that means that you guys are able to choose when you act in initiative order, just as you have as things have been throughout this campaign to date. No real rules changes from last time. So yeah, so everything's basically as it was. Who wants to go first? Oh, and just reorienting, if anyone doesn't remember or wasn't here, you need to get out through these two doors to the south, where there's staircases and the last few civilians are trying to flee to escape. Um, it probably wouldn't hurt if you, tried to blow up the teleporter or shut it down or something, but it's totally up to you what you want to do. So, what are you doing?
Yes,
Who's doing
that's a priority in Nagumo, absolutely, to shut down that teleporter if that can happen. But first things first, we need to continue our breach out of the conference room. So Nagumo, with everyone's permission, is going to lead off on this. I see the two possessed directly in front of Paul and Yuri. Nagumo's going to start taking out the one in front of Paul.
Go for the one in back.
The one in back, rather than the... Okay, just so that we don't have anything coming up.
I got the shotgun. I'm just gonna fucking cut that guy in half here in a second.
That works too. So okay. So it's 4 wits and 3 gunnery. Double tapping on this.
So 4 wits, 3 gunnery, and you're shooting at the possessed in the back. So normal possessed have a defense of 2.
Okay, then 5 dice I'm rolling on this. Dropping dice left and right. Oh wow, roll there. And still rolling on a target number of 7, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, that is 4 so far. 5, 6. 6 successes. That makes me happy.
Okay, so 6 hits. Cool. And standard damage rolls on this. You've got so you're using pistol. That means that your damage threshold is a 6, and your crit threshold is a 8.
Okay, 2 hits, 2 crits. So I'm looking at 10 damage.
You can only so this the rate of fire of that weapon's 2, so only 2 of those results will count.
Okay.
But that's still 4 points of damage per crit. With 2 crits that go through, it has 7 health, so he's dead. So
Okay.
all right, here we go. Let me take care of this. Select.
Okay.
Why is this on? There we go. It's on the wrong layer. 20 is tedious. Okay.
And with
so
that
one's gone. And here we go. Just to make sure we get the right thing.
Actually, Nagumo, do you want to hold your movement until after?
I can hold.
Yeah.
So,
So,
to clarify,
I wanna
your
be in the
movement
back
needs to
ranks
be done
anyway.
before you attack.
Even
Okay.
so, I want to be in the back ranks anyway. I'm still hurting.
Okay.
All right. And just to do it. So Nagumo, you line up, and at this point you've kind of identified where the weaker areas are for these reanimated, mutated humans. Basically, you're trying to primarily aim for disabling shots. Doesn't need to actually kill the thing, just take it out of the fight. So you line up and just blaze away with the pistol. So
Yes.
there we
Get the
go.
fleshy bits.
And
That's
it's
about right.
down. All right. Anyway, so yeah, who wants to go next? What are you doing?
Have Pavel shoot from where he is.
Okay, so
Shoot,
you have
like,
a
right
Pavel
past.
shoot from where he is. Gotcha.
Could he shoot right past Paul without any interference, or having to move up one?
So he would have to move up one to be able to shoot through without any interference at all. I guess the one thing that I would or the thing that I would suggest though is that right now you guys are really bunched up by this door. Last round was the one where you guys basically all kind of breached the door and entered the room, so everything started to react. But everything that's been reacting has been starting to come right towards you on this door. So I would just suggest, probably don't want to get pinned. But
All right, so he was here, so he
Yep.
moves basically over to this area, over here.
okay, yep, yeah, he can do
So he
that.
does like a 1, 2, 3. He can move wherever the fuck he wants to because he's got such goddamn high speed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Three.
His walk speed is a 13.
Yep.
So,
So
yes,
he
he can.
it's like right there, and
Let's get everybody's character sheets up just while I think of it.
he can make it all the way over here and start shooting at this guy over here.
Yeah. Yes, he can. He can.
Right.
That's also essentially that's a depressed area. So if he goes down either of the stairwells, think of it as he's essentially going to be like one level down. So that would restrict his line of fire a little bit. But it will also restrict line of fire if things trying to aim at him.
All right, so yeah, he gets right there and shoots at this guy down here.
Okay. Cool.
Do you have a sheet up?
I'm opening it up right now. All right. So
Just a reminder, we need to head south as fast as possible, so we should try to deploy in such a fashion.
okay, so Pavel, he has a gunnery of 3 and a wits of 3, so he would get 6 dice on the attack, and with possessed having a defense of 2, means that he would get 4 dice.
4 dice. Target.
So target, it's not obscured through cover. It's 4 meters away. He's got a 7.
7.
Yep.
Right. Running.
Well, those are
What the fuck?
D20s.
Sorry. Reroll that again. Hey, got a nat 20 though.
Indeed, you did.
All right. 110. So 2 successes.
Okay, so 2 successes. So you got 2 rolls for damage. Damage
4 and
rolls on
6.
this. Yep. So you need a 6 or a 6 to do damage and an 8 to kill, or to crit rather.
All right.
There
So
we
2. 4 and a 5.
Okay, a 4 and a 5. All right. So he basically he's running. He takes aim at the possessed that's over, stumbling over by the computer terminals. And as he goes to shoot at it, the possessed security guard that's like right behind it kind of just like walks up and just like shoves it forwards, and that's enough to throw off his aim, and so he clips it, but it doesn't do anything meaningful.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Pablo moves up and he's fucking Yuri, come on! And I fucking start. I'm like, all right. And I fucking cross for Danya. I got 6 dice, 4, so down to 4. Same thing.
yeah. So yeah, same thing.
What's the target on this guy in front of me?
So the target in front is so it's point blank range. That normally, if you're within 2 meters, that drops the target number down to 6. He's in the process of trying to attack you, which means that's going to push it back up to a 7. And per what
7.
Michael had mentioned, so you have to attack before you move, but you can always choose if you want to attack as a part of a move, and where essentially you declare where
you reverse that. You have to
Yeah.
move before you attack. But yes, you can make your move as part of your attack if you're charging someone or something.
You're right. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. So yes, if you wanted to, so Michael, am I correct in thinking that if he wants to declare I'm moving to this space, and he performs an attack against the possessed, as a part of that move, and he kills the possessed, he completes the move. If he doesn't kill it, he doesn't complete the move.
Not really. The attack's supposed to be your last action. If you're
Okay.
doing some kind of charge attack or something, that's where you combine the two of them.
Okay,
You're
noted.
fucking shooting this guy point blank.
All right,
with-
then yeah.
with-
So there you go.
with
That's
new,
what he's doing.
with new shotgun that he's etched on it, Dolores.
The Dolores.
So that's 4 successes.
That's good. And yeah, his target number on this is a target number to do damage is a 4. Target number to crit is a 6. And your point blank range, you're gonna do. Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Yup.
another zombie turns to pig mist.
Yep. So. And it's down. So yeah, Yuri literally he just blows it into pieces. It's chunks of meat.
Evaporating bad guys in front of all.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so that was Yuri. Okay, who's up next? And you guys always
Paul
do have
is.
the option if
Yeah,
you want
Paul.
to. Since you're choosing when you go in initiative order. I know it normally makes sense to just go before all of the enemies. Theoretically, if you wanted to, you could say, I want to go after that particular enemy goes. So
Well,
that's always an option.
okay, so have Paul hit the dude in front of us, and then Aslan, if you want to attack that fucking head that's over here too.
That was my plan.
Okay.
Want to roll for Paul?
I'll do it.
Okay, so let me grab his sheet really quick. All right, so Paul has a wits of 4 and a gunnery of 6. So that means that he gets 8 dice for the attack with his pistol. With his ludicrously min-max character.
And what's the target number?
Target number on this is a 7 because it's in the process of grappling and tagging. All right. Well, he's got 2 hits. All right, so 2 hits. Target number 6 is to do damage. 8 is to do a crit.
John, did it actually grapple him?
No. By that I mean that it's right. If it was grappling him, he would have to defend himself in the grapple. What I mean
Yeah,
is,
that's what I was trying to figure out.
I should specify. He is engaged in hand-to-hand combat. Simple.
I guess
way to
it's
put it.
dead.
No.
Do damage dice explode?
Damage dice do not explode, so that means that he's done 1 crit to it, and the other die did not do damage to it. So that 1 crit
4.
is going to bring it down by 4. So there you go. So it's got 3 points of health. Okay. All right. So we still got Aslan and Rico that haven't gone yet. Theoretically, Susan could do something, and the Colonel will get to check or test at the end of this round to see if he shakes it off.
Okay, do I have line of sight
Shake it,
to that guy?
So yes, the big crate that's right next to you, it's about 4 feet tall, so you can see over it.
Okay, I'm gonna blast that guy.
Yep. Okay, so it's a lost soul. Lost souls, as you guys remember, they have a defense of 4, so they are very annoying to hit. And because it moved like 20 meters last round across the room, you're gonna need 8s to hit it. So target number 8. Yep. Well, that's 3 hits. 4 hits.
Good.
Okay. Target number to do damage is a 6. Target number to do a crit is a 8. It only has 3 points of health. You killed it. All right, so where is
Pull!
one on this?
Wonderful. Now we can advance.
Yeah, you guys have managed to clear a path here. God damn it, that's
Can I
annoying.
move too? Oh no, I'm shot before moving. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, there we go, and the lost soul sound effect for some reason didn't upload an update. Oh,
Are you
well,
playing sound
whatever.
effects? Because I'm not hearing anything come through Siren
You-
State on TeamSpeak.
So
It's real. You have to turn it off.
yeah, do you have it muted?
I turned it down to negative 25 decibels, like
Oh.
you told me to.
Okay, well then, change the settings. That's what makes it sound right on my computer. You do what you need to do with it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. John, do those things explode too when they...
Yes, so they explode. It's the blast radius of it. Thank you for reminding me on that. The blast radius when they explode is it's an AOE of 2, so it only explodes 2 meters around itself.
Okay.
So yeah, the flames lick at that box or that crate, but they don't actually do much of anything.
Gotcha. I just remember that thing being a fucking issue.
Oh yeah, no, they are designed to be. That is the intent for sure. That is the intent.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Rico, looks like you're the only one that's still up.
So the area that's where the chairs and the little control panels are.
Yep.
That area, how far down is that?
So that is 2 meters down.
All right, so I could get proper concealment and effectively hide down there to get shots at other things, right?
Yes, you could.
So, John, right here would be 1 meter, basically, because you're going down the steps. This is 2 meters down. This is 1
That
meter.
is correct. That is correct.
Okay. So where,
Yep.
like, okay, so over here it's the same deal.
Yep. They're all the same depth.
Gotcha. That'd be,
Thinking about that, it's probably a good choice.
and if you get up on the stairs,
Did we
you
lose
probably
Susan
have
last
half
week?
cover.
You
What?
did not.
No?
You did no. You didn't lose
No.
Susan last week. She
No,
was fine.
we haven't lost Yuri's girlfriend. All right.
Yeah,
No.
you
Turned into a lost soul.
no. That was
No, it was
the
some
the
random
survivor that was running for the stairwell.
It was a survivor that survived against so much gunfire and against all the odds, finally explode from one of the lost souls.
Yeah,
Poor girl.
she
Quite tragic.
she almost made it. Yeah, it was Cheryl. Cheryl was the one that died.
Oh,
Yeah, remember,
it's a
you're not my
Carl.
supervisor!
Yeah.
Beat me to it.
Wait, did Paul kill the one in front of him?
He did
No, he's
not.
got
It's just
3 points.
injured.
Yeah, that needs to die
Fuck.
now.
I mean, it's injured, but I mean, it's just one thing that it's just going to be able to
Move
do one
over
attack.
like here.
So you can move
It's
that
the
way.
opposite direction of where we need to be, so no. All right.
Just- yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
How bad are the flames down in that?
The fire there. So it's essentially it's an electrical fire that caused a bunch of essentially office supplies to go up. I mean, technically, sprayed round or blast from a plasma gun hit it, and that cooked it off. You would be able to survive it. It's not the size of a volcano or anything. Think of it as basically being like a grease fire.
As
That
grease
spot right
fire.
there.
Grease
so-
lightning.
All right, hold on, guys. So that spot right there, would I be affected by it?
So if you jump down if you go over the electronics, no, you'd be right next to it. You would be very hot, but you'd be fine. You'd be all right.
I'm Rick James, bitch. I'm always hot.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
so
being uncomfortable is not a problem.
Yeah, it's fine. So I'm going to basically jump down all the electronics, get down there, and I'd like to effectively get concealment, but I guess I can just use the cover and then make a shot at the random mook up there.
All right.
if
So
you get-
so
if
for
you-
that to work, you
if
have
you
to
hit
get onto
here-
the stairs. You have to make it all the way down to where the stairs are because you're about 2 meters tall as a human being.
Yep.
Like 1.77 or so on average, and that's 2 meters down. So you'd have to just be standing on the stairs to, you would gain a cover bonus from it. So.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, let's do it up. I'm gonna say that getting down on this because you're trying to do it quickly. That will be a reflex check.
Get down on it.
Just to see how well you do it. So sorry, double dexterity. That's what I meant.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So double dexterity. Difficulty 7. Average.
Seven successes.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. With dramatic nimbleness, with seeing this traffic jam right in front of them, you guys are all amazed to see the middle-aged, grumpy NCO that leads you dramatically vault over this crate that's right next to Aslan and Yuri.
Hey,
And then
John,
skip
watch
down.
that. Watch that middle-aged NCO business, all right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then skip down all the way and kind of like leap dramatically like a gazelle from the flaming computers onto the stairs. And as he leaps off of it, for no reason at all, the computers, there's like a minor explosion from them that backlights him as he lands on the stairs.
This is why Rico's in charge.
I yell some encouraging words about something about you want to live forever, and let's get some. And
I
something
knew
about
you were
chewing
going to say
bubblegum.
that one.
Indeed. So
yeah.
So which enemy, which bad guy are you gunning for?
Well, I think the optimal idea would be to pick off the one in front of Paul, but I think if it grapples with Paul, Paul can mash the fuck out of it. So I think we're gonna go for this guy.
Okay. Yep. So, all right. So that security guard has a possessed UAC security guard. He has a defense of 3. And his damage modifier is +1. His kill modifier is +2. What? I actually have your character sheet, so I don't even have to ask what your combined gunnery wits is. All right, so you got
it's only 2
4
damage.
dice. 2 points of damage. Gotcha. All right, well, easy enough. So you do this. He's still focused on the couple of fleeing civilians down by the doorway. So he doesn't notice you as you dramatically leap down. Just draw down on him as you're doing, and fire off a burst. It's enough to hurt him, but and you definitely have gunning his attention. You also staggered his aim, so he was about to open fire on those civilians again. But now you've got his attention. So, congratulations. Okay,
Yay, we've saved lives, or rather, he saved lives.
all right. So the colonel, he's got so it's a willpower check. He's got a willpower of 4, and it's just so it's a double willpower. So he needs 3 successes to snap out of it. Target number of this is 8. Does anyone want to roll for him, or I can do it either? Okay.
4 and target 8.
So target 8, and he's got a willpower 4. It's a double check because it's just a stat check or an attribute check, so it automatically gets doubled.
2 successes, 3,
Ooh,
4, 5.
What? Oh my god!
6 successes.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
there goes all my 10s for the night.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's hilarious. All right. So he starts to like he's still out of it and whatnot, and then okay, hey, so Chris, you were one that rolled, so he's still a bit groggy. What does Yuri do to successfully snap the colonel out of his figure?
Colonel, what, remember that time we were at the bar and you bought us all those drinks of vodka, the sweet vodka that we got? Remember that time, Colonel? Come back to us. We can have more drinks.
All right, and your implications and offerings of alcohol, and I think that we're now learning that Colonel Berrien might have a substance abuse problem, but that is enough to perk him up and get him to he's awake and alert again. He basically kind of shakes his head, takes stock of what is going on, and he draws out his pistol and basically just nods at Yuri and tells you guys, we have to move. Right, let's get the fuck out of here. Get back to headquarters. We need to regroup and start coordinating a defense. So, there you go. Okay, so now other shit happens. I'm presuming, do you guys want Susan to move anywhere or do anything? Theoretically, if anybody wanted to give her a gun at some point in time, she could use it. She's probably not going to be very good at it.
I would imagine that we do want Susan to remain where she cannot be harmed, which is behind us, at least for the meantime. When we get into the open, we'll reassess that, or at least I would.
Any chance I could flip her my backup pistol?
Sure, yeah. I'd say that'll take up her action for the turn, but yes. All right, so okay, so she's obviously like kind of behind everybody, and I'm gonna say just because it will make life easier. So the colonel, as he came to, kind of made space there. All right, so how does Yuri hand off his like lucky extra gun?
So as I fucking just like shred that guy into thing, and I yell at the Colonel, we'll get the drinks. And she's behind him like, yeah, okay. I fucking just pull it out like out of my holster on the side and go, sweetheart, take gun.
She just she takes it, is still on the verge of panic as an untrained civilian. Just looks at it, it's like, what do I do with this?
Always a great idea to hand a loaded weapon to an untrained person. Especially in the midst of a combat situation.
And here's Nagumo, his gun wrapped up directly in front of him, just resisting shaking his head.
Oh. All right. Well, hey. Hopefully, she'll figure out how to take the safety off. All right. Well, with the entire party having gone, we have the enemies get together. So let's start things off with the possessed that is right in front of Paul, and it's gonna do a unarmed attack on him. So that means that its brawl and strength combines to be an 8. His defense is a 1 because he is not dexterous. So that means that it has 7 dice. Target number to hit is a 7. So here we go. Okay, I've got 3 hits. And now target number to do damage would be a 5. That gets moved up to a 7 because Paul's damage modifier is +2. Okay, he takes 2 points pain damage, which gets soaked by his armor. So, there you go. Alright, so that was that guy. Next up, we've got down... so, we'll go down to this guy over here. There we go. All right, so the security guard that stumbled and staggered from getting shot at by Rico. He reacts. Obviously, he's possessed. There's a demon in him now. But you're hurting his meat suit. You're messing it up. He just got it. He's got a bunch of payments left on it. Like, this is super inconveniencing. It's very rude.
A couple payments left on it.
So what he's going to do, and now this is kind of one of the first times that you guys have seen this exact sort of thing happen. Rather, up until now, all of the possessed humans that you fought, they've all reacted basically by charging straight at you guys seemingly without any thoughts. This one, what it does is it moves over this way, takes up a covered position behind the computer terminals here, and then it opens fire on Rico. So Rico has you both have light cover, so that's going to up Rico's defense by 1. Rico has a very high defense, I recall.
4. So
Okay.
5 total.
Okay, so defense of 5. We've got this guy for possessed security, wits of 3, gunnery of 3. All right, wow. So you've reduced him down to 1 die. So here we go. He is going to make his attack, and target number on this is going to be 7 because it's within the. So the way that works for like what constitutes what ranges and whatnot is how what are the range bands for an attack. So basically, if it's inside of the multi-shot range, which usually is about like 30 meters, then that's like a normal shot. Beyond that would be a harder shot. Kind of depends on the weapon. Plasma gun within 30 meters is a 7. So he needs a 7 to hit. I got a 10 on the first die. Ooh, and then that exploded into a 1. So that's funny. Okay, so scores 1 hit. Rico has a damage bonus modifier of 2 and a crit modifier of 4.
Yep.
Okay, that means that let's see. So plasma guns damage threshold is a 3, kill threshold or crit threshold is a 6. So it goes to a 5 to do damage and a 10 to do a crit. So here we go. I got a 9. So you take 1 point of health damage. So here we go. It looks at you, is annoyed, and it attacks. So there we go. So cool. That was that guy. Next up, we've got a few more of these security guys. Just cause we've got down here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. So we've got the possessed Cheryl, which I feel that's something where here we go. There we go. Okay, so possessed Cheryl. She's running across the room. She's trying she's trying to make her way over towards you guys. But we've got this possessed guy up here. He's going to just run right at Pavel and try to hit him. So, all right. That is a half move. He has no penalties to his attack. So that means that he gets his full. He gets 8 dice to do a melee attack. And he's actually going to try to grapple. So let's see the opposed grapple here. So Pavel has a brawl of 1 and a strength of 4. So he gets 5 dice versus the 8 dice from the possessed. And the possessed is specifically declaring that as his grappling action, that he's going to just try to do damage if he succeeds well enough. Target number on this is 5 to be able to score hits. And the way it works out, I roll for the possessed. You roll. One of you guys rolls for Pavel. Whoever has the highest number of successes wins, and they get that many dice to be able to roll to do whatever they want. There are numerous different actions that you can declare. The one that probably makes the most sense for him to declare is Regal Free, which means if you succeed...
So you can only declare actions when you are the active player. If you are the defensive player, all you can do is do damage back to someone.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
How many dice, John?
5.
5. Target?
Target of this is a 5. Okay.
Yes. Rolling. Oh. 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. It got 4, so it wins the grapple. It gets 2 damage dice. So doing damage is so it's the success margin. So he takes 2 points of pain damage, which get absorbed by his armor. So. Yep. All right. So that's that guy. Next up, we've got the possessed security guard over here behind this little console terminal thing. He's one of the only ones that gun didn't jam last turn or overheat last round. So he's going to shoot down towards the group here. Let's see, 1, 2. So all right, he's aiming at. He's shooting into the group. It makes sense for him to shoot at the easiest target. So that's going to be you, Yuri. Overall, distance is 11 meters, so that's going to be a 7. You don't have cover from him. He's taking cover behind the consoles. He has a gunnery of 6. Your defense is a 2. So that means that I have 4 dice for the attack, needing 7s to hit. Okay, 10, 10, 9, 7. And 9. Alright, so I got 5 hits.
Okay, whatever DM does. Okay.
And, okay, you've got so your damage modifier is a 2, your crit modifier is a 4, that makes this go to a 5 and a 10. And remember, rate of fire is what determines how many damage dice can succeed. The rate of fire for a plasma gun is 5. So it's an awesome gun. The downside being, if you fumble a hit on an attack, then it overheats and you can't use it for 5 turns. So here we go. Okay, so Yuri takes 7 points of health damage. So, ouch.
Oh, that's armor.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. So
Yep.
3 points on armor.
Okay.
Oh, again, back down to the de-distraction suit. And Wait, what?
Okay. So yeah, that was a successful attack. Which, given that so far they've sucked, is a thing. All right, moving on. The last guy who's really doing much anything this round, he's going to move up, take up, try taking up a covered position. Um, he actually doesn't really have much good cover here, so let's see. He's right here. Their move is what? Their security, their speed is a 13. So that means that he can make it to there without any penalties. All right, so he's running up there, and he's going to gun down for Rico. Rico still has left cover. So that means he still has one attack die, needing a 7 to hit. I got a 7. And I failed to do any damage. So there we go. So he is angry. Much. All right. Then we've got the only ones that we have left in the room are the lost soul that just popped out, just vorped its way out of the teleporter this round. And it's gonna do what lost souls do, and try and make an attack. Pavel is
like
within range.
Flame.
Yep, quite literally. So Pavel is in range of it, so it is going to fly straight out at him. Go get us up both in line. So here we go. Darn it! All right. Whoosh. All right. So
Does that possessed and Pavel occupy the same spot because he's grappled?
So no, they still remain counting as being 1 meter away. Or actually, that's a good question. Mike, does that make sense?
Well, they take the same space.
Yeah.
They don't really do that.
Okay.
I mean, what are we looking at? Like the reason behind that? In
Well,
what respect?
I mean, he's grappled.
No, I'm saying like what game effect are you looking at because they'd be in the same space?
Because the lost soul is going to like his attack is like actually running through the enemy.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing. Yes, they're not in the same space, but because they're in a grapple, a lost soul can hit either one. That it's just yes, it can aim for one, but that's the reason why you don't attack someone in a grapple. You can hit either party randomly.
Gotcha.
So
you have an equal chance of hitting your target as hitting the other one.
Yep. So it's
lost soul
running.
Would very easy blow him up, which would be funny as fuck.
Oh yeah. So Lost Soul, it flies in and it's going to. So the possession attack works by it tries to grapple on Yuri. On Pavel. One factor on it is that Lost Souls are not particularly strong. Their grappling is relatively minor. So it's got 5 dice. He's got 5 dice. Success on this is on a 5. It has a whopping 1 success.
Roll again for 5-on-5. 2 successes.
All right, so that means that it rushes in to try to hit him, and he just pistol whips it and knocks it away a little bit. Quick question, Mike. So I got 1 fumble in my attack roll for grappling. Does that mean does that get applied to the possessed, or because it's a grapple, is that different from how an attack can get broken?
Well, how many successes did you get, or you got the fumble?
Oh no. Okay, so it's only if it's a fumble. Got it.
Yeah, fumbles don't matter unless you actually fumble the roll.
I wasn't. Yeah, I'm good to go. All right, so there we go. He kind of knocked it off. All right, we got the two possessed security guards that were by the have been guarding the door. Seeing as how both of their weapon systems overheated, which I can do a good job representing that with that, I think. good enough. Yeah. Need to figure out how to get more icons for this shit. Anyways, they're both going to basically just charge into melee. Like they can't defend their mission that's like enforced upon them by another's will is to defend the teleporter, but they can't do that from afar anymore. So they're going to run up. So this one is going to run up to here and try to. So he's going to try to attack Pavel. So, but there's this possessed in the way. He doesn't have reach or anything, so he's basically just going to make it to here. And then this other one up here, he's going to run up here to the lip and then just leap down into the pit. So let's see how that goes. He's got a dexterity. Dexterity of 3. That's not terrible. So target number on this is a 7. Let's see. Oh yeah, 4 successes. He's fine. So yep, he gets down to there. We'll say that takes meter movement because he's not really slowing. And yeah, he'll make it over to there. All right, so this guy goes over, dramatically leaps down into the pit, and then keeps running. As he does so, he like stomps his way through the splattered guts of this person who blew in half a few minutes ago. Or, gosh, not even a few minutes ago, like a minute ago. And yeah, there you go. That is 100% of all the enemies that are active in the room. The lost soul that kind of was Cheryl's soul and now it's corrupted. It's not able to move yet. Tom and Larry, the 2 civilians that were still alive, if they get out of the room. So,
Call them Dick, Harry, and Tom. Then it will actually have context.
there we go. Well, so congratulations, you guys managed to save 2 civilians. So, huzzah! I'm gonna put them by my GM screen thing so I can keep track of it. All right, cool.
So we saved them for all of 15 seconds until they get killed by some monster in the hallway.
Well, so
Not our problem right now.
If you guys were wondering, hey, John, why should we bother to save civilians? What in-game impact would that possibly have? Well, in answer to that, hey, player, you just saved 2 civilians. You were, as a group, at 1 bad luck point. You guys are now at -1 bad luck points.
I'm glad you didn't say that we were going to track the the fear level or anything, because if we were going to track fear level, I would say if we kill all the civilians, no one can be afraid.
Then we reset the fear level to 0.
Exactly. Can't be afraid if you're dead.
Yeah, that's the point where you really reinterpret and reimagine the meaning of the phrase, the only thing they fear is you.
Exactly.
No, what it means is we're playing Doom the movie, is what it is.
Hell yes.
And they shall know no fear, said someone.
All right.
Because
so,
there was no one to fear.
Yes.
Point of order. For Pavel to move, he has to break the
Grapple.
grapple. There you go.
So yes, Pavel has to break the grapple, so he basically is stuck having to perform a regal free action. So the way that works is if he succeeds, he deals no damage, but he moves a number of meters away equal to the number of successes that he gets.
To clarify, because I think I might have missed it, who grappled him?
So the possessed grappled him, and the lost soul tried to grapple him.
Oh, okay.
The lost soul failed and lost. So Pavel isn't grappled anymore from him because he won. But he still, because the possessed beat him, he has to wriggle free to get out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So before we do anything with that, Paul, somebody use Paul to shoot that fucking thing right in front of him.
Oh, sure. All right, so we're going to go into round 3. So,
under attack by an unknown enemy force.
Okay.
Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup. I say again,
Somebody
fall
use
back
Paul
to Marine
McTooley
HQ
is
and
shoot
await
him.
further orders.
Get him, Lenny.
Remind me
All
what
right.
his wits and gun is.
His wits and gun combines is a 10. So, anyways,
And going up against 2.
as this is going
So it's
on,
8.
you know, you guys are able to ascertain and, you know, gain the impression that there is an active fight going on. It sounds like it's going relatively badly, but it is, you know, you guys haven't lost yet. Your team hasn't lost yet.
All right, 3 successes on the attack, and this is a double tap, point blank.
Sure. This is So this is Paul going versus the possessed.
Yep. And I'm looking at 2 crits.
That is obviously enough to take it down.
Yes, it would be.
So there you go. You guys have freed up your path going forwards.
All right, and here's a question from Nagumo's perspective. Like, definitely to keep the reinforcements from coming in, because they will keep coming in if someone doesn't do anything about it. He's thinking on either disabling that portal or shutting the door into this room. Now he can sprint over there. It's there. He is thinking about what to do. His first objective is to get there. Like,
I'll remind everyone that the orders were get out so that we can get to the armory.
not
carry
forgetting that. But if we can solve this one problem, then it'll be easier to get there.
If you want to go do that, that's cool. I have ordered the squad to the doors.
Yeah, it makes sense to get out first, as if they keep piling into the room that we're not in, that's cool.
Okay. Then, like, it is a request for permission to do exactly that. Does Rico veto that?
As I will repeat myself, my orders are for everyone to move towards the doorway and leave. If you wish to go do that, that's fine. But everyone's orders are to do this. So if you want to go do that on your own, that's your choice. But I'm ordering everyone to the door to get out, because we can always barricade this and we don't have to go back in here.
Yeah.
Alright,
And Nagumo is not going to go against orders, especially
Pavel,
since we need cohesion.
Pavel tries to break the grapple.
Okay, gotcha. So him trying to break the grapple, he's got 5 dice. The
5 versus
possessed,
5?
Possessed has 8, so it does have the advantage. They are inhumanly strong.
Okay,
Dumb as rocks, but inhumanly strong.
3 successes.
Okay, you got 3 successes. Okay, so I have 5 successes overall. If he has luck to spend, this would be potentially a good rational reason to spend luck.
I don't have his sheet.
I am looking at his sheet right now. He didn't really spend much luck in the previous sessions. He's got 3 points.
Yeah, burn a thing so we can get away.
All right, so he ends up succeeding. It's not by much, so he only gets a meter away. Where do you want? So you can move him back, or theoretically, you could go over the railing down and drop down into the pit.
Move after that or no?
No, that's his turn. So, because the grapple is his action. That action happens after your move, and it's just the result of a wriggle-free grapple is that you break free of the grapple. The advantage of him jumping down into the pit is that it would get him further away from the enemies that he's currently facing.
All right,
The
so
disadvantage is there's one guy down.
The lamp is over here.
Okay, give me a dexterity check. And I'm going to say the target name on this is going to be 8, so double dexterity. So yeah, do it and tell me
Dex
how many
number?
successes. Success number is 8.
Dex number.
Oh, sorry, you're right. His dex is pretty good. His dex is a 4, so he has 8 dice.
1 and 1.
Okay, so all he needed was 1, so he does manage to, just Pavel's just basically like as he bashes away the lost soul as it comes in. He's holding the one possessed guy at bay. It's snapping its jaws at him, trying to kill him. He reaches down hard and just swears in Russian and shoves it backwards. And as it stumbles away from him, a few steps backwards, he has this moment of elation where he's like, "Ah, yes, I have beaten you." And then he just sees like the other group of larger possessed things coming up behind him and goes, "Ah!" and like jumps down. So
In response to that, Nagumo would actually come up to that rail in that corner there and provide supporting fire upon that one that seems to be threatening him from behind.
No,
sure.
have Oslin shoot the lost soul, so if he hits it, it explodes and does damage to those around it.
Oh, that is a good idea. Yep.
Alright. So Nagumo moving up, he will crouch down so he has something resembling cover. That matters. And then unloading on that one down there. And someone's tea is done.
Yep, that would be my wife's tea.
Whiskey in the
Alright. Expensive for that guy's 2, right?
Yes. You're aiming at the guy that's down below. They have a defense of 3. So,
Ooh, okay.
yeah, so it's a bit
And
higher.
only 4 dice. Every little bit counts now. I'm looking at... Alright, just 2 successes, which is fine because it's only 2 things that need to hit. And no damage. That makes me sad.
All right.
He's focusing on you.
Okay, so
Trying to protect my man, dude.
Gotcha. So you run up, you take some shots on it, but it's not enough to actually really do much of anything to it. So all right, that was your thing. Next up, who's going? If anyone was wondering, the colonel is armed with a magnum pistol.
I'll take it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I was gonna try to move up and hostile soul. Gonna hold my attack back until we know what needs
What's my
to
hit
kill him.
number for the Lost Soul?
So lost souls are hard to hit. So it's an 8. It was moving. Actually, it was moving really. It's an 8 when it's moving really fast. Here, it actually was basically staying still, and like Pavel like hit it, and it kind of got staggered in the air. So I'd say it's a 7. Defense of it is still a 4.
Sorry, the defense is still a 4 on it?
Yes, defense is still a 4.
Well, that's not good.
All right, so you have. Damn! Wow.
I think I'm gonna burn a luck point, my last luck point, just to turn that from critical to a regular fumble.
Well, so with that being essentially a critical fumble, what that would mean is that essentially your handgun is jammed and essentially suffers a malfunction to the extent where it's not really going to be useful for the rest of the fight. At least not without you trying to do some kind of repairs or something to it. So, yeah, that will reduce it to a simple fumble, and with a simple fumble, that it doesn't really have any negative impact. It just means that essentially you stovepiped around, so easy to clear. Let me just adjust the bad luck counter. You guys are back down to 0. Okay, who's next?
How about the colonel?
Yeah, the colonel
right.
steps up. I'll show you boys how it's done. And steps right up next to the next to Aslan. What's his gunner?
So he's he's an older guy. His wits is a 3, his gunnery is a 4, so he's got a 7.
7, and against the Lost Souls. So
Against the
3.
Lost Souls, he'll have 3 against the Lost Soul. Just put it out there. So he's got a Magnum. So Magnums, they're single shot, range of 30 meters. The damage threshold is 4, kill threshold is or crit threshold is 6. And it has a special rule called staggering, which means that on taking damage, the target must pass a willpower check against the number of hits achieved or be stunned.
Okay. 3 versus 8, or what do we say? Because it was 7.
So yeah, it'd still be a 7. So 3 dice versus a 7.
1 success.
Okay. He needs a 4.
Hits it with an 8.
Yep, that does it. All right, so that Lost Soul, yep, it explodes. Ooh, this is the first time I'm going to use this one. There we go. Let's do this. All right, so the colonel, he walks up alongside Aslan as Aslan's firing. He weapon jams, as he just calls out jam, ducks to the side as the colonel just lines up a shot calmly, fires once, and the Lost Soul explodes in his normal fiery burst and blast. So that's going to hit theoretically everybody within 2 of it. Let's
2 meters,
see.
right?
Yep, 2 meters, which that is, I think, everybody that's there. Now,
And
because there's
Pavel's down 4 meters, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. So Pavel's down. He's 2 meters down. It's it flies, so it's 2 meters up. So
Yeah.
I'll say that he's basically he's kind of on the cusp of it, but he's there's a lip. He can take cover. So it's just going to hit the possessed and the possessed security guard that's up there, and it is okay. Possession, and when it dies, okay. Damage threshold is 6. Okay, the possessed takes 1 point of damage and is on fire. And the possessed security guard does not take any points of damage.
Party poppers.
Yep. So, and again, this is the second time that you've noticed that it's like, oh, there actually seems to be some kind of intelligence left in the possessed security guards. As the Lost Soul screams as it's about to explode, it literally just reaches over, grabs the possessed civilian next to it, and then just uses it as a shield so it absorbs the blast. Yep, but it's on fire now. So there you go. And it's really annoying me that for some reason that sound effect is missing for the Lost Soul. Oh no, here it is. That's weird. There we go. Now we got it. That was annoying me. Okay, who's up next?
I can take some shots.
Alrighty.
So I got an idiot that's moving up to me, so I'm gonna kind of reassert my position and put 2 into this guy.
Sounds good. Defense a 3. Target number on this is a 7.
What's their damage threshold?
Damage threshold for possessed security, I believe, is damage modifier is +1, crit is +2.
Then only 1.
All right. You know, he's running straight at you. You are pumping rounds into him, but they do still have that cybernetic armor that's kind of built into him. So that is enough to keep him alive.
Got the possessed down in the hole.
Yep.
Target number on that guy.
So target number on that guy, I mean, he's booking it, so it's still a 7. That being said, you're aiming straight down at him. He doesn't have cover.
With
the heck?
their
Why is
shotgun.
this? Oh, there we go. Snap to center. Yeah, he's 3 meters away, so you don't have the absolute highest bonus, but still pretty good. And he's also effectively a meter down, so he's 4 meters away.
All right. Defense.
Defense is 3.
Okay. We're rolling 4 at 7. 2 success. We had 3 success.
Okay. So damage modifier is +1, crit modifier is +2. You've got with you having a shotgun, combat shotgun, that means that it goes from being a 4-6 to being a 5-8.
5-8. Rolling. Ooh.
Okay. Well,
So
that's 1 point. Yep.
1 point.
Well, so 1
No,
point.
So 1 turns to 3.
Yep, because you are using
Or no,
shotgun.
It's 4.
So
Right.
you've got your, what is it, up close and personal, whatever the court.
Yeah, the breacher plus the shotgun the devastation
Yep.
of the shotgun.
Yep. So within 2 to 5 meters, you do 2 damage per shot, and so 3 points down to. So he's down to 5.
Oh no. So it's plus the breacher.
Yeah. So you hit the shotgun does 2 points of damage. The breacher makes it 3.
Okay.
So you run up to the railing. It just looks up at you in surprise, and you fire down at it, and that hurts it.
You're
Alrighty.
ugly.
Little did we know that when he was still a human, Bob the security guard always was made fun of by the other security guards for his homely appearance.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Susan. So Susan can attack now, right?
Yeah. You want to have her give some panic covering fire? So sure.
Susan runs up to. She runs up to like fucking here. Yeah, she runs up to like here. Tosses some shots at the possessed back over here.
Okay, so she's got an intelligence of 4. Give me a intelligence, and she has a gunnery of 1, but she has a wits of 3. Give me a I guess it would be it'll just be a standard wits gunnery attack. So she has 1 die for the attack if she's shooting at security guard.
9.
All right, so she holds the weapon up, pulls the trigger, it clicks. She looks surprised for a moment, and then figures out how the safety works, and takes it off and blazes away. All right, so damage is a 7 and crit is a 10.
Oof.
So yeah, so she's just like I said, holds it up and panic. In a relative panic, just like starts snapping off a couple of shots. So there we go. Yep, indeed. All right, so is that everybody in the group?
Yeah, I believe so.
Pretty sure that is.
Okay, so that means that the enemy gets its vote and whatnot. All right, so let's see what happens. The possessed security that's down in the pit. I'm actually really quick gonna do a wits and investigation roll for it, which just to see whether it actually is smart enough and aware enough of its surroundings to realize that the easiest and most convenient target for it is Pavel at the moment.
Well, I mean, me and Nagumo just both shot at it, so.
Well, right. So you've got its attention. I mean, yeah, it does kind of does. So it basically you see it like looks over its shoulder and whatnot as Pavel like jumps down, and then when a few seconds ago you shouted "Hey, ugly" and shot it repeatedly. So yeah, you guys have its attention. All right, so he is going to run up the stairs this way, and he's rushing straight at Yuri.
Can I survival mode?
So it's supposed to be at the beginning of your turn, but yes, I will allow it. I meant to remind you of the ability to do it.
Yeah. What's the check?
Okay, the check for survival mode is, I believe you need 3. Yes, you need 3 successes, so it's survival plus stamina. Target number is a 7. You need 3 successes.
Okay. So I have 4 stam, 3 survival, 7 at 7.
That's correct. If you wanted to spend spend a little luck here, it's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, fuck it. Hit it with 1.
All right.
I have 1 left.
Yes, push your luck. Yeah.
Alright, so I am now. Can I? Do you have like a little thing for the survival mode?
Let's see. Yeah, there's I think a shield icon. Let me do. Here we go. Bam. So that should work for.
Okay.
All right. Do you want the shield? Do you want the muscles, or do you want the tower?
Well, it's obviously muscles for Yuri.
There we go. All right. Okay, so that's possessed security guard. He's going to run up and he is going to just do a melee attack. Let's see. Possessed security, strength 5, grappling, brawl is a 3. What's your defense?
2.
Okay, so he's got 6 dice. Target number on this is a 5 or 7 to hit. Okay, 3 hits. Your armor modifies it the damage threshold up to a 7, so I need 7s to do damage. Okay, I do 2 points of damage, but since you're in survival mode and it's pain damage, that means that it is cut in half. You suffer 1 point of pain damage. All right. So that was that guy. Next up, we've got the let's see, the possessed that is currently on fire. Let us see if it passes its willpower check to not stumble around blindly. It does not pass its willpower check to not stumble around blindly. And I'm going to say that they don't really have the intelligence anymore left to not or like stop, drop, and roll. So yeah.
Memories of childhood and being in elementary school flash through its head, and it's like, what was that thing that
Okay, and
told me
I'm going to
to do?
just really quick see where and how does it move as it's moving at random. Okay, so it's on fire. It's just like whipping, like waving its arms back and forth, confused, swiping at the air. And as it stumbles around, it stumbles forwards, bumps into the railing, looks for a moment like it's about to fall over it and down to the ground, but it just basically bounces off and then turns and faces the other way. So. It
It is like a
didn't
Roomba.
fumble. Yes, exactly. It's exactly a Roomba. Exactly. All right, so let's see. For the rest of these guys, we've got the down here to the south. All right. So this possessed security guard. All right. Well, I don't know why it's not centering everybody's camera. All right. So the one that is to the south, taking cover, he's just going to stay right where he is and shoot at Rico. So here we go with a whopping 1 die, needing a 7. He missed with the attack, but it was not a fumble. So there we go. He fails to do shit. Next up, we've got the security guard that is in front of Rico. So he is going to fire while charging forwards. So basically, he's just going to move all the way up to the lip and then open fire point blank. So he needs a 6 to hit, but he still only has 1 attack. Actually, no, he's got 2 attack dice because you don't have cover from him. All right, I have successfully done 1 hit. I have successfully done 1 point of health damage, which goes on Rico's armor. Okay, so there we go. And next up, we've got the security guard up, taking cover on the next one of the little computer stations. So that guy, he's going to shoot at, let's see, he can see a bunch of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay. The will is not enforced. So he's going to shoot at the easiest and most obvious target, which is going to be Aslan. Aslan, what's your defense?
1 second. Three.
Okay, so he has 3 dice. He needs 7s. Here we go. So 1. Okay, so 1 10 exploded into another 10, and then into a 2. So I got 2 hits. Are you wearing light or heavy armor?
Light.
Okay, so light armor, you modify the damage up by 1 and the crit threshold by 2. So that makes it a... haven't used plasma guns that much, so I haven't memorized it yet. Okay, so that changes it to a 4 and a 6. No, sorry, 4 and an 8. He does 5 points of health damage to you, which should get soaked by your armor. So there we go. All right. Then after that, we've just got the possessed dude down here, or possessed Cheryl. She's gonna try to run up and hurt Rico. Heard that he was making fun of her.
She wants to see her supervisor. She heard I'm the man in charge.
Yep, and they're largely mindless, so she basically rushes up to the railing here, and is swiping down at Rico over the railing, but the railing is kind of like she's bumping into it. So I'm gonna give her a disadvantage on this attack. So you've got your defense is a 4. So she's gonna have 2 dice, needing 7s, and she missed. So then the last guy is going to be possessed security up over here. You guys, the one in front of you. Now let's see whether this one. Okay, so on this one, it is it's basically it's moving, like coming pretty much straight towards Oslin, and then you're able to notice that its head kind of like jerks suddenly to the side, and it almost as though it's getting getting like twisted by something externally. It sees the colonel and just like locks eyes on him, and then rushes straight at him. So, all right. So it's going to try to attack him. So he's got a defensive. So he has a defensive 2, meaning it's going to have 6 dice. It's just going to try doing a melee attack. Here we go, melee attack. Okay, 2 hits. Explodes into another explode. It explodes into a 1. All right, so we've got 3 hits on him. He's got heavy, he's the commander. He's wearing light armor. So he needs 6s. He takes 2 points of pain damage and gets absorbed by his armor. All right, so there you go. That is everything for the enemies for that round.
Hey, John, did you assign fire damage to the one that was on fire?
I did, yes.
Oh, it shouldn't.
Yeah, because it had only taken 1 point of damage. It took 1 point of damage from the blast last turn, and it took 1 point of damage from the flames this round.
Okay. I turn, shoot at stupid fuckface to the right.
All right. Well, really quick, while you guys are doing that, over by the teleporter on the other side of the room, you guys are able to All right, so you guys hear the happy noise that you learned last in the last mission. Means that there are imps around as an imp sprints its way out of the portal, sniffs the air like a bit as it's in a new space, takes it in, smells blood, and then starts looks out to the room with its glowing, burning red eyes, and sees you guys. So,
damn it, I knew it.
Where did it move?
It hasn't moved yet.
It hasn't moved. But
where are the door controls on that door over here?
On that door, they are on the door. They are right by it.
Like,
that's what I was thinking about earlier.
Question. That is stupid fast. Like, hypothetically, could he make it to there and turn off the door?
I mean, he can move his
could.
full move, and so he can move his full speed and still perform an action with half ability. His full speed is a 13. That and him sprinting up there, I'd say, yeah, he can just barely manage to make it.
All right, so he makes it to here and slaps that fucking door control.
All right, so here we go.
Fuck are you, bad boy?
Cue to next round where we have the scene from Jurassic Park where the raptors learn to operate door handles.
So
let's hope not in this case.
All right, so Pavel, he rushes up, he sprints up to the door, sees the bad things and whatnot inside the room.
Oh, I see you over there. I see that, Johnny. I see it. I see what you did in that room.
So he runs up. He rushes up to the door panel, and he presses the. He basically hits the close button, and as he's activating it, he just hears this: access denied. Insufficient privileges. Basically, he
close a
does not
door?
have the. So this is when, in looking at it, he you just hear Pavel goes like, "Hey, fuck! This is one of those keycard doors." Yeah, this is a keycard door. I mean, hey,
That is basically
theoretically,
interesting feud of the party, John. Just so we're clear.
hey, no, he dramatically rushed up, and just so that as he gets up, there, and is able to kind of like see into the room a little bit. Yeah, he's fully able to take it in before ducking out.
He is. You're getting flipped off by his player, I'm sure.
Hey, I mean, this is it was an
Fuck
established
you.
thing.
Yeah, Jason's going, fuck you, man. That's it's a good.
And
man.
how?
He gets
Yeah, I
around
wish
the
it was
corner.
Nagumo over there right now, because he'd have solutions at the moment. Just bypass that. It's like, no, you're closing right now,
All right.
because I say so.
So, I double shot into this fucker again.
All right.
That was 4 to a 7 or 4 to anything lower because he's right in front of me.
So he's right in front of you. He hasn't. Oh yeah. It's still a 7 because you're engaged with him in melee. If they're if they're within 2 meters of you, or then they're not actively swinging at you, it becomes a 6.
So I
Because then it's
move
just point blank.
1 spot away from him.
Yup, because you're not grappled.
Okay, 1 spot down to a 6. Roll 4.
Oh, really quickly, roll. You need to do a survival mode check. It is a cumulative check. So every round that you're in it, you need to get 1 more success. So this turn you need
7.
4 successes. Yep, 7 dice, needing 7s.
7 and 7. 3.
Okay, so you are not in survival mode anymore. And you can't go in survival mode again for another 3 turns.
And I can't attack, but I can move.
Oh no! You can still do everything normally. I'm just saying you don't have the survival mode defensive bonus.
So I back up and I shoot him again, but this time. So the first set, the 4d6, that still hits 2 successes.
Oh yeah. You got 2 hits. Yep.
And then roll.
Now
so
hold
damage.
on. How did you roll? So you have is your combined gunnery score 4, or do you up it to 7?
Mine's 7.
Okay, gotcha. So you did improve that. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
so...
yeah. I put all the points I could into gunnery and then 1 into wits, or 2 into wits.
Smart.
Right? What did I do? Yeah. I am not hitting shit.
Yeah. There's a threshold for sure.
All right. So
okay.
one crit, and I don't think that's a hit. No, that's a hit. He's pink mist.
Yeah. You with the combined effects of being at short range and doing a crit, that is going to be enough. All right, so he goes down, and again you're just chunking guys. Hey Yuri, how do you like your peanut butter? All right.
So,
see, I'm the GM. I'm allowed to make GM jokes.
The colonel fucking pops wondering if the guy in front of him.
Sure. All right. So he's
what was his
he's got a total of a 7. And his so total of 7. He needs a 7 to hit.
And then
Sorry.
put
Total is
down
7
4?
minus the defense. It goes down to a 4. Yeah.
1 success.
Okay. And then to do damage, he needs.
Oh, motherfucker!
All right. So yep, he does a crit that knocks the guy down to 4 health.
And it staggers him.
Well, it's got a chance to stagger him. So with staggering, it's all right. So staggering, it's willpower check against the number of hits achieved or be stunned. So I mean, you achieved 1 hit. So that means he only needs one. He only needs 1 success to be able to pass it. But let's see, what is their willpower? Is it a 2? Yep, it's only a 2. So here we go. I'm gonna say it was a crit. I'm gonna up the difficulty on this to a 9. Yep, he is staggered.
Ooh, motherfucker!
Let's see, what's a good symbol for that?
How
about shit, whatever. How about that? I guess. Yeah, whatever.
Sure.
I think there's a way for me that I can upload my own or something. I don't know. Oh, actually, that would be funny to have as icons. Have like the Doom guy, classic like Doom 2 Doom guy head. That'd be nice. Okay, so that means that if a character is afflicted by the stun status, they are unable to act on their next combat turn, even if in combat, or unable to act for 30 seconds out of combat. So, yep, it can't do shit this turn. That also means it does not get its defensive bonus anymore.
All right, so somebody else. Don't shoot at him. We'll move Paul up to fucking finish that a little bit, though.
Honestly, Susan could probably kill him now.
Please, I want to see that happen.
All right. So who's doing what next?
Well, fuck it. Then we'll have Paul move over this way, just so he can start fucking covering Rico Schwabe down here.
Gotcha.
So he'll move over here and just start fucking being at this guy.
Okay.
So, he has a stupid gunnery, doesn't he?
He's got a decent gunnery. Yeah.
What is it though?
Okay, so for Paul, his gunnery is a 10.
10?
Yeah.
And then take off 4? Or 3?
So how far did he move?
Move 4 spots.
Oh, okay. Yeah, him moving 4, he's fine. And then you take off 3 from it. So yeah, he's got 7.
7 at 7?
Yep, 7 at 7.
3. Hold on, there we go. 2 successes. Right? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on.
2 successes.
Yeah. Successes. Damage. Four and a 6.
Okay, so 4 and a 6 for damage. That is not enough to do damage at all.
No. Okay. Hold on. So that 2 successes, and then I re-rolled that 10, which didn't get another hit. The next 10 that just showed up, that's 1 crit and then 1 miss, or 1 no damage. See how it's rolling up now?
You do a crit to it, it loses 4 points.
Okay.
So let me take care of that.
I got it there, Sarge.
All right, there we go. Really quick, I'm gonna run and hit the restroom. So discuss amongst yourselves.
That works out. I know what Nagumo's going to be doing next one, since Pavel's in the perfect position. He is definitely going to advise Pavel to shoot that explosive tank next to the portal over there. Hopefully solve a problem. I'm sure Pavel communicated there is a explosive tank next to the portal.
Fucking stupid button.
Your bullet is a button. Your bullet... Ah!
Stupid fucking over.
Just shoot the things. And by the by, it's like, we got Twitch going on at the same time. I'm wondering if... Rod
All right.
can't hear us on Twitch, but we can hear John. We can't win anywhere.
Wait.
Oh,
So
that
on
sucks.
Twitch, so you're saying on Twitch they can't hear you guys talking?
Correct.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's a lot.
That doesn't make any
Awesome at
sense.
streaming.
But that doesn't make any sense because it all is going into the same. It is all going into the same thing, and like every time you guys talk, I see the volume gets affected.
Ah,
What the hell?
it was not one thing, it's another, right?
Yeah, it's really annoying. Really quick, I'm gonna restart the stream because I think you know what, it probably is. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. All right, well that's ridiculously annoying.
Well, that's
Yeah,
all.
well.
I'll text. See you guys later.
What can you do?
No, it's like here I am. I have it up for like I have it up for a guest who's like watching this while I'm on my laptop computer just doing this, and I'm realizing I'm hearing John very clearly. I can't hear anyone else, and I've got my professional microphone up in front of me. I should be hearing me. This is just hilarious, but it's all good.
Well, I mean, it all will be fine in the recording when I have it all together. I don't understand why that would happen. Huh.
It's
This
all
time
good.
I was experimenting with having it set to do multi-track or advanced recordings for OBS Studios, which is what I use as a streaming app, and that should I don't understand why that would affect streaming at all. Maybe there's a weird interaction I didn't understand.
We'll take care of it in post-production, but it's all good.
Indeed.
Well, fix it in post. Do it live.
Yep. All right.
Anyway,
All right. Who's
So,
up
like-
next?
I think Nagumo, unless someone else, Nagumo, is part of his action. I mean, he's standing right next to this guy who's assaulting the colonel. But, has Pavel communicated that... Has Pavel communicated what's in the room with the portal?
Pavel
Including
literally walked up, hit the button, and then screamed about the fact that it needs a key card. Pavel hasn't even looked in the goddamn room since he got up there. He's
Yeah.
staring at a
No,
button.
it's- yeah, there's
Well,
nothing.
that
there's
sucks.
nothing he could. There's nothing he can communicate about that. We can't. Try to say it's like, oh, that like me saying, hey, barrels in there. That's kind of meta.
Yeah, unless Pavel
Yeah.
gets the grand idea of, shooting that barrel. But no, that was going to be
I
Nagumo's
mean,
advisement.
so with what you're describing with Pavel, if anyone wants to make an investigation wits check for him,
Pavel's turn already happened.
Yes, it has,
Yeah.
which is going to...
Yeah.
That's when that would happen.
Yes,
Alrighty,
Talking is a
noted.
free action, but his goal was to get up and hit the button. He hit the button and then yelled back. So, I mean,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So
Not to-
anyway,
Yep.
what
mess there,
Nagumo's going to do instead is just shoot that guy that's in front of the colonel. Is this the beefy
Okay.
one or one of the regular ones?
Oh,
Oh,
I mean
it's a beefy
they're
one.
all Yeah, I mean, it's one of the security guards, so it is one of the beefier ones. This is the one
Okay.
that's stunned, so he doesn't receive his normal defensive bonus. It's just a straight, complete normal attack. You need a 6 to hit him.
Okay. What about the one behind? One that's on fire.
The one behind is on fire. He also does not get his defensive bonus, so you need a 6 to hit him.
The one proximal to the colonel is the most immediate threat, so he's gonna bite it.
Okay.
So like oh, that's 7 whole dice. Nah,
Gotcha.
Someone say something.
I was just I was just gonna say with what you guys had been discussing earlier. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Oslin and so the people who haven't gone yet are Oslin, Nagumo, and Susan, right?
Has the colonel gone yet, or no?
Rico
Yeah,
hasn't
Colonel's-
gone yet.
Yeah, Colonel's the one that stunned the guy.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Rico
Okay.
also hasn't gone.
Rico Suave.
So yeah, I mean, Susan might be able to kill the security guard that you're dealing with. So if you wanted to move past the guy in front, he's not able to act this turn because he's stunned, and the other one's on fire, and so like he's also kind of like stuck, not doing anything for a bit. So if you wanted to move to push on, like that you're not going to suffer anything immediate for that, and there are other characters that might be able to clean some of those guys up.
Gotcha. So Nagumo will definitely take advantage of the chaos here because trying to go by Rico's orders, which is to advance so that we don't get this crap going any further than it already has. So furthest he can go is over to this corner over here and then turn around so that he can start popping into that best guard's back.
Okay.
Gonna walk right through the stun one.
Yeah. So you can't walk through him. You would have to.
I'd have to go around.
Yeah. So basically, you'd have to kind of like walk around people. And I know you guys were all tied up on the door, and so like I wasn't really super enforcing it, mainly because there were other options, other avenues, for how people could do it. But you can't actually move through other people. So
Like layer characters we can move through, or no?
no, you can't. They are a person. They occupy space.
Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
So the main way that you could get down there would be jumping the rail.
And jumping the rail is an option, and I think I shall jump rail.
And he breaks his tiny to enter legs.
Yeah, it's just so it's double dexterity, and target number is a 7. You only need 1 success.
And that's fine. My dexterity is quite bomb, so I shall roll my 8 dice to do this properly.
For failure. Breaks his ankle.
No, I succeed. And then I shall
Okay.
double tap into this. I shall double tap
Alright.
into that security guard who I have.
Was that
flanked.
your full movement?
It's a move, yes.
How?
No, what's your
what is
movement?
your speed? Yeah.
11.
Okay, and you moved 11, or you moved? Let me rephrase that. Did you move over 6?
Oh, right. The walk is 6 in this case.
Yes. So
Okay.
so that move would be a run. If you wanted, you could get to here on the stairs.
Yep. That's what I do.
Take it from.
That's what I would do. I'd still have firing position on the guy.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So so basically he would still get the cover bonus, but if you do it at a run, you lose half your dice for the attack, and then with his defense, you're gonna.
It'd become impossible. So okay,
Yeah.
what is his defense?
So his defense is a 4 right now because he's in cover.
Okay, that's pretty awful. So my 7 turns into 3.
Yep, and target number is a.
Oh,
7.
you got him. Don't worry about it. I've been fucking using the Colonel to fuck people up with one shot.
I got 1 success. Thankfully,
Okay.
1 success, and I
Roll
just
damage.
rolled 9, so that is a crit unless the kill threshold went up.
The kill threshold is 2 up because they have armor.
Okay, so that's just a basic hit.
No, you hit a 9, right?
I did hit a 9, but the kill
Yeah,
threshold
but
on a pistol is 8.
Yeah, so on them, the crit to crit you need a 10.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Alright,
yeah, that's
so-
right. You guys have shitty weapons. Well, I have my flamethrower.
Yeah, that's why we're running to the armory, because we need bigger guns.
All right. So Austin, Rico, and Susan, you guys are up.
The guy who is closest to me, that one right there.
Yep.
Is there a penalty for shooting at him?
I mean, no. Literally, there's he
Dagger.
like he's staggered. He doesn't get a defensive bonus. He doesn't get anything.
Probably
Okay,
better off
I
doing,
will
a
make
multi-shot.
a headshot on him.
All right. Yep. So with a headshot, it's all the normal stuff. My recollection, because we had discussed how it kind of became a bit underpowered with the change to of kill to crit. That essentially headshots mean if you get it works the same way that it did before, but you would double the damage from the crit, so it would do 8 points.
You'd probably be
And what's
better
my
off.
target number here?
6.
Probably be better
Yeah.
off to do a multi-shot and hit the fucking.
I mean, you have 4 dice that you get to roll on this, and your target, you reduce the threshold by 1, so you would need a 9. So 4 dice for a 9. Yeah, that actually doesn't accomplish anything.
Didn't we also say if armor goes down when I'm? I thought the target numbers went up too.
Give me 1 sec to double check.
I thought the way the grid thing worked was it reduced the
Yep,
the
it reduces the
target
kill.
numbers for
Yes,
hits and crits.
headshot. Reduce kill threshold by 1. So, okay. Called shot. Character is a practice marksman and can choose where on a sentient being's body their attack will land at a 50% dice penalty to the hit roll, providing the weapon has a single shot mode. Your options are headshot, arm shot, or kneecap. With a headshot, you reduce the kill threshold by 1. So here, crit threshold by 1. And yeah, so I mean, you have a 50% dice penalty for the shot, which you did, and it reduces the threshold by 1. But you're just using a regular pistol. He's got an armor bonus of +2 for crit threshold, so that means that your weapons threshold of 8 goes up to a 10 and then gets reduced down to a 9. And a crit would kill him.
Just drill this guy straight in the head, and it just dick.
I mean, yeah, he's still stunned, he's still staggered, but you didn't actually penetrate. You're using a handgun, man.
You should have fucking done a multi-shot. Shot him and the guy next to him.
Yeah.
You would have done more damage, or damage.
Yeah. So, sorry, dude.
Susan walks up.
Just walks up, shoves the pistol right against the guy, and unloads.
Yeah. How many shots? We're saying 1.
Oh no! I mean, so she's got. So she has 4 dice when she shoots normally. So that would get reduced down to 1 because of his defense, but he's staggered, so he doesn't get defense. So
4.
It's all 4 dice. Target is a 6.
6. Rolling. Oh!
There you go.
Oh!
Oh man!
Keep it going, Vic! So 6. So that's
That's
that?
5 successes.
5 successes.
Yep.
Damage.
Damage is a 7, and crit is a 10.
So 2
2
successes.
points. All right.
Dude, you just got shot at by a girl.
Yeah, so she just, basically, like, runs up, sees it staggered, like, runs up to it, and lets out. At this point, she's built up a lot of stress, hatred, and energy, a lot of tension. So like in her mind is kind of like she has a flashback to like seeing her friends and colleagues all dying and getting like horribly mutated and trying to kill her before her eyes, and she just has this moment of catharsis that she just lets it all out directly into his sternum. So there we go.
Nagumo is
So yeah, he's
impressed.
hurt.
Barry
All right,
doesn't
Rico. Rico is up.
Kill. Let's see. What's their modifier on the armor? For
Modifier on the armor, it's +1, +2.
All right, so the guy in front of me fucking explodes. That's multi-shot, 2 criticals.
All right, that will do it. And theoretically, now, and that's one of those things
Nope,
going forwards.
I'm putting everything into that guy because I need to kill
Right.
him. Because
I know.
2 shots normally wouldn't kill him, and I have
Right.
to get the crit threshold, which I only get on a 10.
No, I'm tracking that. I was just going to tell everybody else, like, remember, if you've got like a wounded animal in front of you, and there's another thing right next to it, there's not really that much of a problem or penalty to declare both as like targets of an attack, because if you do overkill the first one, then the damage goes on the second. But yep, that guy is down. So let me clear him out.
I definitely want to try to keep the attention from the zombie to be attacking me from the railing where it can't really get to me.
Yeah. So, all right, there we go. That is
down. Right?
that
Or 2
is
meters?
2 meters. 2 meters down.
Yeah.
It can swipe at me. I mean, if it's mindless, it probably can't figure out it can't get to me. So if I stay right there, it's going to be okay. If I back up, that's what it's going to go. Oh, I got to go get you, and actually, like, clamber over to get me.
well, and so amusingly, this is when it actually gets to perform an intelligence check. Guess what twice its intelligence is?
2.
Yup. So here we go. It needed a 9 and it did not get it. So yeah, it's still like stuck on the railing, just like swiping its arms at you. Yes, literally exactly that noise. All right, so let's see. Well, we got 2 enemies that don't do shit. The one that's on fire, does it actually do anything smart? No. It fumbled that. All right. Well, it's pressed up against the railing, flailing its arms about, on fire, and that possessed. Last round, it didn't fumble its check on this, and so it didn't go over the railing. But this time, it did. So, let's see. So yeah, it careens backwards over the railing, and this would be a stamina check. And okay, yep. So it's technically not dead, but basically it goes over the railing and lands awkwardly on one of its legs, and you guys are able to hear this really sickening, like, wet snapping noise as its leg just buckles underneath it and it stumbles down to the ground. So it's pretty, like, it's not technically dead, but it's on fire and it's got a broken leg, so it's probably not going anywhere.
You guys have been around Europe. We've been broken bones. We've been slapping things. We know what things sound like when they break.
Exactly. Let's see. So we got we'll do possess Cheryl going after, and still playing keep away and all that. So she has her 2 attack dice. I scored 1 hit, and okay, Rico takes 1 point of pain damage. Goes on his arm. All right. Next up, we've got the possessed security guard down in cover down to the south. He's gonna gun at Rico. He's got his 1 attack die. Now, because there's this melee and Cheryl's in the way, he could very easily hit her.
Yeah, so I've got better defense, and Cheryl definitely is like fully exposed. Fuck
Yep.
that bitch.
He rolled a 9 on his attack, so he does score a hit on you.
Sweet.
Okay, and I need a 5 to do damage though. I rolled a 4, so he guns a bit, but it doesn't actually go through. All right. Next up, we've got the possessed security guard up here to the north. He's gonna shoot at Nagumo. Nagumo, you've got a cover bonus, so what's your defense +1?
Defense +1 would be 5.
Okay, so that means that he gets 1 attack die.
I'm very
and with a
pleased to hear
5,
that.
he misses. So, he's shooting down at you, but you're able to like duck behind, like underneath the lip of the stairs, and evade the gunfire.
Yay.
Okay, and then let's see, the lost soul that was Cheryl's soul. Poor Cheryl. It is now fully corrupted, and it's gonna try to get involved in this fight here. All right, so oh man, actually, I was gonna say the nearest target would be Nagumo, but actually the only person that it can see is Pava at the start of this round. So let me really quick just check what the distance is here.
Oh goodness.
Pavel is like a freaking magnet for these things.
That's what you get for being mad.
Yeah, he's 15 away, so all right, it is going for him. So yep, so he's up by the door. It's gonna scream its way over and try to hurt him. Okay, so it's got its brawl attack, and it moved over half dice. So it's got 3 dice. He's got 5. Target number is a 5, and it fumbled.
I like the sound of fumbling.
Okay, and he got 2 successes, and 1 success. That's still at this point, I guess he's getting used to these things, rushing at him. So yeah, he's able to. Basically, he hears it screaming as it comes in, and
Everything he does, fuck you.
yeah. Well, I'd just say Pavel just glances to the side, sees it coming, and goes, "Oh shit!" and just ducks down.
Well, one of my ex Sonia, she used to go beer bottle that kid, but I got good at smacking them away.
It develops 6th sense.
So instead of hitting Pavel, it hits the wall and hurts itself.
Yep. So it ends up careening past him, and it doesn't really suffer any other ill effects. That's the way we're representing that he did 1 point of damage to it. Okay, and then the last things that happen here are the imp that was in the room. Let's see, it's gonna run out now really quick. It had sensed blood and all that. Let's see, +5. This would be a wits, and okay, it's got a whopping 12 dice to see whether or not it notices Pavel. So who wants to roll a double stealth, or I guess it would be stealth and wits check for Pavel here?
How much does Pavel have for that?
He is the scout, so he actually has a decent amount. All right. His stealth is 3. His wits is 3. Yes, 6 dice.
Okay. Against 12? Oh, man. Alright, rolling that up.
Okay. Your target number on this is 7.
Ew. 1 success.
Okay. Well, it ended up getting 5 successes. I thought it was going to fail given the 4 fumbles that I rolled, but I rolled 1 more success than that. Okay. So it does notice Pavel, and it's gonna just like rush out and try to attack him.
Can you burn a point of luck to give that person a bad point of unluck?
That would be nice.
If
Doesn't work
so,
that
he
way.
yeah, he's got
Like I say, it would
If
be
we were
nice.
playing the
Yeah, it is
Marvel
3.
superhero system, yes, it would work that way, but no.
Okay, so yep, so it just rushes right out and is gonna start trying to hurt Pavel here. Okay, so that's a basic move. It's got its full dice, and it's just gonna do standard melee attacks. It's got a strength of 4. It's got a brawl of 6. So it's got 10. He has a defense though of
Wait, is it
let's
doing
see,
brawl or melee?
just melee. No, sorry. It's
Brawling.
so it's a unarmed attack, which
Yeah.
uses
Brawling.
brawl. Okay, he's got a defense of 3, which makes this he has 7 dice. Target number is 7. Okay, it has 3 successes, and to actually hurt him, it needs. So it has bone claws, so it instead of damaging on a 5 base for unarmed strikes, it becomes a 3. That gets modified by his armor up to a 4, so it needs 4. It does 3 points of pain damage to him, which gets soaked by his armor. All right, there's that. And that's everybody. All right, so we are on to the next round.
John, just
Yeah.
just for reference, which way is the so we came in here, we know which way the armory is down this side.
It's on the southern
so,
wall. That's where we need to go.
So
We have
yes,
to get
you
to
need
the
to.
doors in the lower portion of the map.
Yep,
Yeah,
doors
but
to
do
the
you
lower
know
portion of
where
the
it
map.
is past this?
So you have to go down. So specifically, you have to get out of the command center room, which is where you're in now. You have to move down into essentially the lobby waiting area, get through the lobby waiting area, and then past the lobby waiting area, you take a right. You hit the security checkpoint, and then you're in the military annex.
Cool.
If you take a left, because I mean you guys have all been here, if you take a left instead, that's the way you get to the elevators and stairwells to the other levels. Currently you guys are on the 3rd floor of this building. So the military annex is on the 2nd floor.
Okay. Here's the determination. Pavel.
But
Is he going to be breaking into that position, or is he going to be committed to fight right there?
so
Well,
what I was
it's
thinking,
it's his turn. Before anyone does anything else, I would recommend doing a investigation wits roll.
Okay, and
what is this?
how much would that be?
Yeah.
His investigation is a 3. His wits is a 3, so that becomes a 6.
Target?
And his target on this, I'd say, would be a 7 because he's kind of got a bunch of stuff going on. But
Right.
he is able. He has the trait or the ability observant because he's a scout. So he may re-roll all perception check non-successes in the initial roll, whether in or out of combat.
Okay,
I
so
like that.
6 and 7 rolling. 4 successes,
Okay.
1 explodes.
and then
so 4 successes.
Yep,
and I
and then
can
you have
roll.
you
2
can
more?
roll 3 more because the
Okay.
explode the
So,
failure on the explode is a failure.
rolling 1. That's 1 9. So that's a success. That's a success. And okay, so
So
6 successes.
infinity successes.
6
All right.
successes.
So yeah, he notices what Chris had pointed out. He notices that there are what appear to be some explosive barrels chugging away, providing some kind of vital fluid or something to this to the teleporter.
Can he do a shoot and move?
So he can do a shoot move. He basically with it being like the imp being right next to him, it doesn't get to attack as he's moving away, but he he doesn't get his defense. He's flat-footed if he like walks away while it's actively trying to engage with them. Or is Michael? Am I completely misremembering this? Isn't there some penalty if you walk away from something that's on an unarmed attack on you?
Opportunity strikes aren't really a thing per se, but I believe losing defense makes sense. I'll look it up. Keep going.
Gotcha. Yeah, so he would just lose his defense for like basically for the round as he's like stumbling backwards, or at least
So
lose his defense against that guy.
So here's my thought. Like, he could shoot at this target, but he also has 2 enemies right here. What I was thinking is he could basically move to here, and then just do a straight up run. That would be 13 squares right here, and get the fuck out of here. At least get to here, and then provide covering fire.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he's able to do that. Now if he moves if he can move up to 7 without having any penalty to his attack.
That's a stationary target. I think he can afford a little bit of a penalty.
So yeah, he can get to here.
All right. So you're saying he's
here.
gonna. So he sees it. So he like as the imp's like swiping at him. He's he's still observant as it's coming towards him. He sees behind it. He sees something that looks like important fluids and whatnot.
He saw the thing that Paul was holding over his head that he threw at the door nest. He's like,
exactly.
Oh, boom, boom, got it.
Yes. So the imp rushes at him, like swipes at him. He kind of like ducks underneath its, does get raked, but kind of is able to stumble away. And he's gonna try to shoot it as he runs. All right.
And then tries to get over.
So it's a stationary target, but he's shooting while running with a very angry demon right next to him as it's trying to kill him. So I'm going to say that
it's on a run because he has stupid high run.
I know. I'm just saying, he's moving quickly. There's a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the difficulty of this at an 8 for him to actually hit it.
And he gets his full gunnery.
Yep, he'll get his full gunnery. Yep, full gunnery because it's it's not moving.
All right, so his gunnery's a 6, or is it a 7?
So his gunnery, I believe, is a 7. Let me just double check.
Yeah, his gunnery plus his wits.
No, actually, sorry, no. His gunnery is a 6. So
okay.
Yep, 6 dice.
So this 6 against 8s. 2 successes. 2 successes. Rolling damage.
Yep.
Damage on this, John.
So I'm gonna say it's an inorganic target and whatnot. Give the rolls. We'll just go with the normal numbers.
Oh, jeez. So 1 crits.
All right. So he just as he's running, he sprays some bullets into it, and as he's running, he's disappointed that there's no explosion. It's just he punches some holes into it, and fluid starts just like basically gushing out of the or not. What's the yeah? I guess gushing. It's like a stream of liquid that just it's just coming out through the bullet holes. But there's no explosion. There wasn't really any spark or anything. So he runs by, but then the fluids pooling on the ground and moves over, and it hits these like weird like candles that are ritualistically there for some reason. And
He's over here now, right?
yep. And yeah, so as he's running, there's a little bit of a delayed reaction, but it does explode. It does explode, and so what ends up happening is we have Pavel running away, not looking back, as there is a large explosion behind him in that room.
Does it come out and hit the inferno?
Please, can it?
Can it, please? John's looking for his giant explosion.
John's looking for a way to screw us again.
Have faith in our GM. Right now, he is God.
All right. So yeah, there's the fire goes off inside that room, and
goodness.
with the fire going off inside that room, you guys hear the like fire alarm going off inside of that room, and the automated systems are still largely up, and the automatic fire basically the building goes like, oh shit, there's a fire, well I better deal with this, and it just shuts that door.
Problem
So
solved.
yep.
I mean, granted,
you bought some time.
Granted, these are the denizens of hell. They probably are immune to fire, but door closed, no longer a problem. I'm happy.
No, he doesn't stand up to fire, man.
Yeah, resistant to fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Okay, so Pavel has managed to seal it. So congratulations.
All right, Colonel.
There we go.
Good job. Good job, comrade. Now get the fuck out of here, real fucking.
There we go. So
now Nagumo.
Alrighty.
is keen on supporting Sergeant at this point. So he's going to shift over.
And the possessed security guard in front of the colonel is no longer stunned.
Oh goodness, that's a problem.
There's a guy right in front of you.
Yeah, I do see that guy. But if I shift around anyway, I do see the one that's right next to Rico.
Right. So the one that's right next to Rico is a basic possessed. The one in front of you is a possessed security guard who's in cover versus the majority of the rest of your group. You also have a imp and a lost soul off to your character's right. So
yeah, and getting some distance from
west.
Getting some distance from those two is already, especially since our priority now is escape and evasion.
You're at 10 meters like that.
How
lost
fast
soul.
can you move away?
My sprint.
In general, no. To sprint, is it double your move?
Double
sprint
my move.
is double your move.
My basic move is 11. If I sprint, it's 22. If I walk, it's 6.
So Nagumo, just to throw it out for Nagumo here, as long as things haven't attacked you in melee, you get a bonus to shoot things at point blank range, so inside of 2 meters. So you could walk basically over to here, which would threaten the dude in cover here, or just advance forwards into cover yourself, and again, override its cover, and then
I get that. Like, my whole thing is that I don't want us to get bogged down in shooting these guys when our priority is indeed escape and evasion. So getting past them, and then
just throwing it out there, it's kind of a little too late at this point. So kill what's
we're
there.
committed. Okay. Then
Yeah,
yes.
that's why I said let's get out and not fuck with the door. But then no one listened. So hey,
Oi, I listened to you.
you dude, you didn't. You really didn't. So yeah.
Ah.
If you listened to me, you would be where I am or much closer and not by the door.
That's why
just throwing it out there.
The only
That's
reason
not
why
fair,
I moved
dude,
Pavel over
but
there
okay.
is because Pavel has the highest moving rate. His walk is 13.
Yep, and Pavel could definitely get down here, be on top of someone. He could be killing stuff from this entrenched position where we wouldn't have too many more issues. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right. And like
But
that's why I was thinking about going over to your position and taking care of that guy and just creating a channel.
Yeah.
Take care of which
move
guy?
South.
The guy
Move
to
south.
Rico's left.
He's
There's
talking about
take care
two
of that
guys
dude.
to my left there, and then there's a possessed that is flailing.
Directly in front of you.
The one that's flailing in front of me that no one cares about because it's a zombie.
That nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nobody cares about that guy. Shoot the guy that's directly in front of you.
Very well. Very well. Alright. Moving up and just taking care of this guy right in front of me. And as you say, his cover is negated.
Yep, you're right next to him. Cover's negated. You're at point blank range. He has not attacked you in melee, which means that you have a 6 as the threshold to hit. His defense is a 3.
Remember, hold on. Before you do this, remember how thick the armor is. I mean, you have to roll like a 10 to damage it.
To
No,
kill them.
need to a 10 to crit. It's only a 7 to do damage.
Yeah, let's all clarify that I also just killed one with 2 rounds of shooting, so
It's
Yeah.
possible.
not that big a deal.
So yes.
Yeah, it just requires repeated gunfire.
So okay. Doing the
I have
roll.
melted 4 since I've been out on the field.
Alright, so continuing then. Like 4 dice because losing 3. I've got one success to hit. Do I have success? Yeah, I got 1 point of damage on.
Okay, 1 point of damage.
Yeah, you have been hitting
That is
that guy from
progress.
second degree.
Well, and the thing is, you've also rendered his position tactically unviable.
True, and since they still think tactically because of instinct and training, he'll probably abandon and fall back whatever position unless he commits.
Yep.
We'll see.
Well, he'll either do that or he'll engage you in melee. And as you guys have seen, possessed security guards with plasma guns cannot kill you at range. So
We want to get up close anyway. Okay.
John, that lost soul over there, that guy smacked right into a wall, right?
yes.
So he's not moving?
So that completely arrested his momentum. I will say that his defense is that he's flat-footed for now. Sure.
Okay. Alright, Susan shoots the guy directly in front of her again.
Okay.
Is that back down to a 1?
So yeah, he's not stunned, but I will give her a bonus of. Actually, yeah, no, it's awake. It's awake. It's alert. If she stays right next to it, that's dangerous for her. I would recommend having her move like 2 meters away and keep shooting at it.
Alright,
But,
so yeah, she moves here. And
Yep. So
again,
1 die, but you only need a 6.
oops, sorry. Hold on. Here we roll that. And 1
Okay.
hit. And damage.
7 and a 10. Hey, she's
Okay.
trying. She's trying.
Don't work, baby. You got this.
All right. Next up, Paul's free if you just want to use effective NPCs for right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul turns, shoots.
Yeah, he can safely and reliably move over this way. That way he's at least
Yep.
going a little bit forwards.
And
All right.
dude's
Yeah, he has the infinity dice.
10. Yeah, he has 10, and
Yeah,
we're taking
he
it
goes
down
to a
3.
7. Yep, goes to a 7. Target number 6.
We're still hit 6. Okay, rolling.
Yep.
6 successes.
Yep,
1 explodes.
That'll do it. All right, 6 damage dice. 7 and 10.
6, 7, and 10. 1 explodes.
Yep. Yep,
And
he be dead.
I say you he did. Don't worry, sir. I got that guy.
Yep. So, yep, Paul, he just kind of casually keeps concentrating fire until it punches through enough of the armor to take him down.
The colonel, I'm going to say, moves over here and shoots at that little flyer that's up there again.
Yeah, Colonel's an old guy. He's he's only got a speed of 10. He can make it all the way into cover.
Okay, gets down to cover then.
Sure. All right.
And shoots fucker over here.
Gotcha. And just to throw it out, he's got the Magnum. It's a more potent pistol. It will instantly kill the lost soul probably, but you guys have already shown that normal pistols do that. You might maybe want to have him shoot the imp instead. Just throwing it out there.
All right, yeah, he shoots the fucking imp.
Yeah. Okay. So, and just to explain, difference between the attacks. Actually, they both have the same normal defense. So the imp would have a defense of 4. Colonel's got a gunnery of 7, so he has 3 dice. Target number on it is going to be target number on this is going to be 7.
What about for the lost soul? Because that one you specified as flat-footed.
So that one's flat-footed, so he would have 7 dice against it, and target number is going to be a 8 because it's a small target.
All right, I'm gonna do that one. 8.
Okay. With 7 dice.
7 versus 8.
Yep.
Rolling.
That's pretty good.
2, 3, and so
Okay.
3. So was it 5 hits? 5.
Yep. 5 successes.
And then 5 successes. Damage.
Damage is a 4. Crit is a 6. Yep.
It
that
explodes.
will make him explode. So here we go on the imp. The imp is not on fire.
Does it still take the damage from the explosion or no?
For it to go on fire, it has to suffer damage from the explosion, but it did not suffer damage from the explosion. It's only 2 dice to do damage from the explosion.
Okay. Yeah, because we all
threshold's a 6, I think.
Last time.
Well, yeah, because it rolled well. Okay, so that was him. Who's up next? We've got Paul, Aslan, Yuri, and Rico that have not gone.
Aslan is like, fuck this. I need a bigger gun. So he's going to book it for the door.
Okay. Okay, so doing a full move. If he can do a full move, he'll still have he'll still be able to do a shot with half his dice at either the security guard or the possessed Cheryl.
I will shoot at the possessed Cheryl because I can do fuck all against the security guards.
Don't hit the security guard. Just don't do a called shot. Just do a regular multi-shot.
All right, fine. I'll shoot at the security guard.
All right. So he basically he does still have cover. He's basically like right there shooting over it. So he has a defense of 4. So Target number is 7. Okay. 4, 5. Okay, so you got 1 hit, and that's not enough to do damage. So, I mean, you're shooting at him, you're suppressing him.
Apparently,
So-
it's got like the fucked up ammo that has like no goddamn gunpowder in it.
I mean, you're firing to suppress on the move.
No, I mean like every time I hit something, I'm not doing damage. This has become a recurring theme. This
Yeah.
ranking.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, they make their pills for impotence.
I get all the 10s, you get all the 2s.
Yep. All right. We've got Yuri and Rico. You guys are up.
Hold on, let me move up. I'll the only person I'm going to be able to fucking even come close to hitting is that person right there.
The Cheryl. Yeah.
By the way, it is 10:30, so I don't know if anyone turns into a pumpkin.
Well, I turn into a piece of shit in the morning if I'm up too much later after this, so we will
Alright.
want to wrap things up shortly.
Yep. You guys are almost out of the room.
John, if I move there, is that fire going to do anything or?
No. It's
Okay.
basically you have to move into the hex with the fire.
All right. 4 away from it. Do I still get my? Is that under 5? Is still?
Yeah. It's yep. Within 5 is breacher bonus.
Okay. I have 7 attack. I have 7 dice. What's the defense?
Defense. I mean, I'm gonna give you a 6 on this because she's basically stuck, not really moving.
So 7 is my dice to roll. What do I have to take down for defense?
Oh, defense is so defense is a 2. I mean, she's still moving. She's not
5
completely
at
immobile.
6.
Yep.
5 at 6. Rolling. 5 successes.
There you go. Okay, you need a 4 to do damage and a 6 to crit.
And good night.
Alrighty.
So that
Alright. Well, she is down.
I'm sorry, Carol.
Cheryl.
As it's blown backwards onto the ground and like is like breath is escaping as it finally dies at last. The last like it mumbles in a barely intelligible voice. It's Cheryl. Good references. Okay, and then we got
Alright,
Ruko.
So, this right here. What is that?
Yep. I mean that's a server hub. You theoretically you could jump on top of it and then climb over the railing, or you could just walk up the stairs and walk around the railing.
Yeah, well, I'm still talking about using the railing for cover to shoot the other guy. Well, you know what? He can shoot me. I can shoot him. You know what? Hold on. Alright, yeah, I'll do this.
But still kind of at cover. That John, if he's there, is he at cover?
Yeah, that's like...
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the
he's...
enemy.
Yes, the enemy still has cover there. Basically, you have to be like level with him. Basically,
Okay.
like as I showed earlier, here I'll put him where he technically is. Like he is right like that.
Yeah. Gotcha. For him to be up.
So
for
how
him to be
tall
out
is
of
that
cover.
thing? Is that just like computer terminals?
Yeah, it's just computer terminals. It's light cover. That's why it's only a defensive bonus of 1.
Hey,
Yeah, now
shoot
we're gonna
through it. Fuck it.
You run up to the table and start doing the thing. You run up to the table, you start doing the thing, we're both taking cover behind it. Rico pops up, like reaches over, shoots once, gets back down. Guy pops over, shoots once, gets back down.
Only 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage, alright.
Yeah, that's it.
Have at thee.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you are hurting them. That's everybody in the party, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. We've got. Let's see. All right. So we've got the imp, and then we've got the security guards. Okay, this guy up here, whose his possession's been completely compromised. Let's see how he reacts to this. He does not. So that yes, they still have the ingrained training and whatnot, but they're also feral and not any human anymore. So he actually doesn't fall back like would be smart, and he instead just goes to take a swing at Nagumo. So this is a unarmed strike. He's got he has 8 dice. Nagumo's defense is a 4. So because he's right up next to you, you don't get the cover bonus. So he's got 4 dice. Target number is a 7. Okay, 7, 10, 10, 6. Another 10. Another 10. Okay, so he got 5 hits. The Nagumo's armor makes it a 7 for him to do any damage. Nagumo takes 3 points of pain damage. Goes on his arm. So, yep, he swings at you a couple of times. And, yeah, there you go. Next up, we've got the Imp. So, the Imp, he's angry that Pavel's trying to get away, but there's also a lot of you guys now. So, it turns around and... just reaches for, holds out its hand and starts summoning a ball of eldritch flame, and it hucks it at you guys.
Oh no.
Oh,
So...
fuck, it's a sorcerer.
Yes, exactly. Nah, it's just tossing fireball. All right, and it makes sense. It's an imp. It's gonna run while it does this. So it's basically running this way, and it's gonna leap down into the pit out of the line of fire. But okay, that's weird. That's weird. It changed. Why did it change the size of the token? That doesn't make any sense. That is easy to fix.
Well, where is he throwing the fire?
All right, so he's going this way, and I'm going to say that he's going to toss it at Pavel, because Pavel's the closest dude to him. So here we go. Its attack with this is it's a thrown weapon, which I think I've only done this once or twice. So it uses, with a thrown weapon, I believe it uses melee.
Yes.
Okay, so dexterity melee versus target defense. Imp has a dexterity that is really high. It has a dexterity of 5, and it has a melee of 1, so it gets 6 dice. Target defense, Pavel's defense is a 3, so it gets 3 dice on this. Target number to hit is going to be a 7. Okay, 1 explode. Okay, 1 hit. And it's got demonic fire. Damage threshold is a 6. That becomes a 7. Failed. So it barely clips Pavel as it runs by.
Very, very lucky. I'm happy for that.
Yep. So and it just leaps down into the pit to kind of try to dodge. The last one, there's the guy who's still in the covered position down in the south, and it's not completely compromised, so he's just gonna shoot at Oslin. Oslin, what is your defense?
3.
Okay, it's got 3 dice. Needs a 7. Gets 1 hit. Okay, gets a crit. You take 4 points of health damage.
Oh, God.
So my armor's
so-
gone, and I take 1 wound.
Yep. Yep, that is correct.
Oh.
You're down to 7 health.
John, the guy up in the
yes.
hole up here, is he dead?
He basically, he's technically still crawling to try to do something, but yeah, he's on fire. He's good. He is functionally out of the fight.
All right.
All right. So that goes. That starts round 6. Theoretically, you guys could continue to fight your way through this, or you probably are close enough, and you're not really that directly engaged with stuff. You could, if you want, make us a dead ass sprint out of the room and try to seal the room.
That's my recommendation, because let's just finish this. Because we'll just bog ourselves down. Otherwise, this fight will get longer, and it's time to move on, because we need bigger guns.
Pavel has his walk speed of 13. He makes it to here while shooting at this guy down here.
All right, so he's got the defense of 3.
Oh, what the fuck?
All right, so he's got the defense of 3. I'll give the target numbers an 8 just because he's shooting while moving. So
3 dice at 8s.
3 dice at 8s.
0 successes.
Actually, now that I think of it, so he's. Oh wait, no, yeah, never mind. All right, so yeah, so he fires at the guy, but that's all. He makes it up to the top, and sees there are. So basically, he runs up to the corner. He's firing back as he does it, and when he reaches the top of the stairwell, he notices the lost souls. Now this is really quick. Give me another stealth wits for him.
Stealth wits. What was that roll?
He's got a 6, so he's got a 6 on this.
6.
His threshold is gonna be a 7. They've got an investigation of 2. It's a 4. They've got the same number of dice.
6 and 7.
Yep.
Fumble.
Yep. So he runs up, reaches the top of the stairs, basically like a side.
Oh, I think I lost you, John. John, we lost you. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. He reaches the top of the stairs and sighing in relief, and just sees the 2 lost souls up there, and they just turn around and notice him.
Fuck!
Yep.
Boy.
Okay, so that's him up there. What's everybody else doing?
Naguma
I
would
guess
break
I'm
his.
gonna run up there too.
Okay.
Well, if you, what's your walk speed up to that?
My walk speed, it's half rounded up, right? So 6.
Okay, so you can get up to here where he would have line of fire. So.
Make it happen, Professor.
What's
So,
my
there you
hit
go.
number on one of these guys?
So to hit number is going to be a. So it's still an 8 because they're small targets. Defense is 4, so theoretically, if you wanted to do a multi-shot, you could, spread. But all right, so it looks
Oh,
like you got one hit. Oh, but that would be a fumble.
J-
Yep,
Jam! Dun, 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 dun,
your
dun.
pistol is not really doing the work for you.
Jam! Dun, 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 dun.
So yeah, you just reach the top of the stairs, and as you go to fire, your gun just goes click, and it's like, oh
I'm telling
shit,
you, I got the
your mag is
shit
out.
ammo here. Like, someone handed me the box that was just completely, it's like, no quality control.
All right.
Just and we just rewind the all of a sudden have a flashback to 2 hours ago in game where you have like Pavel next to you, and Pavel's just whispering to you. It's like, hey, we're mixing some. Let's mixing some of the backgrounds. And totally fuck with.
So I move over here.
All right.
Shotgun. Guy. The front.
Sure.
Targets.
So target's going to be 7. He's right there.
7 and what's the how many dice?
So dice, it's -4.
All right, so 3 dice. Rolling at 7. Oh,
One hit.
Slice.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. So that is a hit because your 4-6 from the shotgun becomes a 5-8 because of his armor. Let's just see. You are 3 meters away. That means that you do 3 points of damage. So he is down to 2. So he is hurting.
I think that's the first time I haven't vaporized somebody with the shotgun.
Yeah, he's hurting. Okay, who's going next?
Recommend the Colonel clear south toward
What's
the
his,
exit.
What's his movement,
His
John?
move is a 10. His move is a 10.
If he sprints, he can get basically right next to me.
And that
If
would be
he
fine.
heads right to there, he's got cover like around that wall, and
That's a
he could
run?
provide supporting fire. That is a
That's
run,
a-
yes.
That's a
True,
run.
and he can provide support to just finish off that one possessed right there too.
Yeah, he would
If
he
he
would
hits-
have only yeah, he has 1 die with that because of the decrease in accuracy, but it's still a shot. He's still
One
got the
die.
magnum. He only needs 1 hit.
Do it.
What's the target?
7.
Yeah, this is.
Done. Yeah, because that probably would have finished him off. Okay, so Nagumo's going.
Yeah. And Nagumo's
What's-
going to clear from that position because he's
I
going
mean,
to want
Nagumo
to.
could run forwards past the guy in front of him, and if you do that, then if you want to shoot the guy that everybody else has been focusing on, he wouldn't have cover.
You mean if he just goes like
Yeah.
right there?
You can't go through. So you can't go through the.
Yeah, that's
possessed
kind of
guy.
what I figured.
So if
And that
your
would
run
be-
is what, a 10? 10 or 11?
Yeah, 11. So going right there is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's
But
my
you
cursor?
can get all the way to the. You can get all the way here.
Are you running?
Sorry.
Yeah, this is a
you
run.
can get all the way to there. If you
Alright.
want.
Are you shooting the guy as you're running past him?
No, I'm
Well,
not.
he
I'm
can
not
just turn
shooting-
and face backwards.
Yeah, I'm not
So you
shooting
can-
the one that. There we go. No, I'm gonna finish off guy. I'm gonna finish off the guy that we've been focusing fire on.
All
Clear
right.
some space.
You're leaving kind of Paul back here. He can't fucking run at all, right?
Actually, his speed's not bad.
Okay.
He'll be
What's
fine. He can sprint.
what's Paul's movement?
It's 10.
Okay.
Or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. Give me one sec.
All right. So I'm rolling to double tap on that one. I've already got 2 successes to hit.
Cool. Paul's speed is actually an 11.
And how about that? Crit and hit. So I think that guy's done.
He is down.
That makes me happy.
He is down.
And now it's just Paul and Susan. Susan
Paul-
just sprint.
Yep.
Paul runs right here.
No, not Paul. Do Susan first. We need to make sure this.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Paul runs right here and shoots at this guy over here.
Yep. I mean, so with him doing that, so you have 5 dice, and then it would get reduced to 1 because of cover. If he goes around the other way, then the guy doesn't have cover, and he would have 2 dice. Just throwing out there.
He wouldn't be able to make it.
Then yeah, then it's just a snapshot. He's got 1 die.
Snapshot will do.
All right, run it. Roland, what's the hit?
So it'll be a 7, I'd say.
Whoo, fumble.
All right. Well, so he just misses.
Susan's movement.
So her movement is her movement's 12. So yeah, she can.
All right, and she takes some shots at the guy as she's running.
Okay. Sure. I mean,
One
so
dice.
with this, it's luck.
All right.
So
Do not shoot Paul in the back.
she's got 3 luck, and 1 gunnery. So you have 4 dice. You need 10s. Or is it, Michael? Am I right in remembering that, or is it a single die?
If it's the luck roll because you can't physically get any dice for it, it's 1 roll. If it's a luck roll because you don't have the skill, it's 10s, and then that's it. That's just
Gotcha. Okay, so it's she has 1 roll, 1 die. She needs a 10.
And gets a 3. Pew, 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 pew,
Gotcha.
pew.
Moderate fumble, so she just misses very badly. Basically it's like the round like skitters off of the the monitors on the other side of that group of computer screens, and the possessed security guard just has this like momentary like look of its facial expression becomes readable for a second. It's like, really?
Rico, do not leave me here.
Okay, so yeah, that's everybody for the round?
No,
if everyone else is gone, then I'm going.
Okay.
well, you could get, like, because you're right here, you could get right here.
Well, getting that close, he's now hitting on a 6. So you subtract 3, or defense of 3, target number 6.
Bless our leader for taking this and covering his team as the rest of us evacuate.
It's gonna be 2 points of damage, no criticals.
Okay. There we go. And all right. So their stuff. All right, that's enough to bring him down to half. Let's see. Well, the 2 lost souls. They're both angry at Pavel. They're both going to try to hurt it.
Again.
I mean, Acid shot at him.
That's true. Sure, we'll spread the wealth. So one goes for Pavel, one goes for Aslan. All right. This is a standard attack for both of them. It's brawl. They have 5 dice each. So Pavel has 5 dice to defend on this. Aslan, it's whatever your brawl plus your strength is. Target number is 5. Okay, the one going versus Pavel has 2 successes. The one going versus Aslan has 3 successes.
Pavel, what is this? Is this another fucking backhand bat?
Yep, that's what he's trying to do.
All right,
So you got 5
dice at 5.
Yep.
2 successes.
It's a draw. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
What am I rolling here?
You are combining your strength and your brawl. So
5.
okay. So 5 dice then at target number is a 5.
Oh, boom!
That's good. It got 3 successes. You might as well roll the explodes. Ooh, that's good.
No, don't.
That's good. No. Roll. Yeah, keep going. You get 2 more explosives.
Oh my god! You couldn't hit shit all game.
Yeah. So okay. So all right. So like Aslan in like literally at this point he's so frustrated. He's cleared jams on this gun like 3 times throughout the course of this fight. His handgun is just it's a piece of shit. It's not working. Lost Soul is just swooping down right towards him. It's bale fire coming off of it. It opens up its skeletal face, his mad grin to take a chop out of him. Just out of sheer utter frustration, he just takes the gun and literally just like chucks it straight at it, hits it straight in the forehead, breaks its skull, and it literally just like falls limply to the ground.
I love it.
So, yeah, you gotta reward that explosive of a success.
Oh,
So
yes, you do.
yep, it's just dead.
All right. So
all right.
last attack of the night before we wrap, because I think we're there.
Yep,
Hold up, no.
exactly.
The other guy's still got that.
Yep,
I know.
we got
last
the
attack of the night. That's what I'm talking about. The last
yep,
guy.
we got the possessed security guard. It's still got like it's what its instructions are, or like its orders are to protect the protect the gateway at all costs, and that hasn't been superseded. Now that you guys are moving away from what it has to guard, it just moves back into cover again, and it's got Yuri's defense is a 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna gun after Yuri. Okay. Okay. Yuri, you so you do get hurt by this. It takes you down. It takes you down to 1 point of health.
Great.
So that hurts. Now, yeah, and it hasn't been enough time for you to be able to go
It's
back
survival
into
mode.
Survival mode.
Yep.
So, all right. So there's that. And like the imp basically like does the annoying thing that its AI does in the game, or in Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, where it just sprints around the room super fast, so you lose track of where it is. But it doesn't actually attack. I'm gonna say that at this point, everybody in the next round, you guys are all able to manage to get up into the hallway.
Yuri and I can sprint very easily to get up there and get out.
Yep. The Lost Soul, when it went to attack Pavel and missed, like when they attack, they don't like run in. Yeah, it's a grapple, but it's just swooping down, trying to bump into you. So it literally just swept out past him. Nagumo sees it, like it just basically has to duck out of the way as it flies past. So Nagumo is able to get up to the top of the stairs. There is a button to be able to shut the door. So you guys are able to seal that door.
So, yeah, we get up here. All these guys get in here.
Yep.
Hey, Oslin, can you move your guy in and just lock that door?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yay, we've advanced plot.
You guys have.
And that's a good place to wrap night.
It is.
Good run.
And Susan
So,
runs over. Oh my God, Yuri, are you okay?
Yep. So
It's okay, sweetheart. It'll heal, right?
The one guy that's paying attention to the girl. Why not? But
all right. So you guys have once you're up in that room, I'd say Nagumo, give me a intelligence engineering roll, and if you want to essentially seal and lock down these doors, because the command center is definitely a lost cause.
Oh yes, it is.
Now,
Intelligent.
we have the colonel. We have the colonel.
Actually, yeah.
Never
mind. You got the colonel right there. Yeah, he's got a freaking. He's able to do a command override. So he basically just walks up to the door terminal, punches in his, punches in the code, overrides, and completely locks down the command center.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Well,
now
boys,
the Doom guy is gonna have to go and get 3 different unlocks to open it up.
Not our problem. Oh well, that guy.
and
He should have started earlier.
Colonel just basically just turns to everybody and says all right, well, civilian command's control is a loss, but we can we've got everything we need to control to provide command control from the actual military headquarters. So let's get back to Marine HQ, take stock, and get some bigger guns. So that's where we're going to leave it. As you guys are getting ready to pile into the elevator, finally it's only been 3 minutes since everything went to shit. So he finally has the moment enough time to call in on the radio. As I said earlier, you guys were able to hear there's a fight going on, but you finally start hearing the first reports of status coming through. And so
Squad leaders, give sit reps. Over.
Command HQ, this is Bravo team. We've got 1 Marine down, 2 wounded.
Nice.
Command HQ, this is Fireteam 4. We are pinned down in Alpha Labs. Command HQ, this is
Daddy Yuri needs some loving. That's what Daddy Yuri needs.
Backup and life support systems only. We've got lots of civilian casualties. It's a mess. Command HQ, attempting to secure the area.
Right there?
Yep.
Here.
And so with that, we end as you guys enter the elevator, hit the buttons, the doors slide shut, and totally incongruously, very pleasant music starts playing in the elevator as it starts going down to the next lower level.
Would you say smooth jazz?
Yes.
Nah,
yes.
It's the girl from the That's what it has to be.
I dig it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, and with that, congratulations. You guys have fought your way out of control. That is, that was by far the biggest fight you guys have had to date. And don't worry, better guns are coming.
There better be. Because Nagumo's going to have his hands full putting everyone's armor back together after this.
My favorite role doing this. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, man, they send sent a recon team to an outpost station to go check to see if the thing is working. They give us pistols. They leave everybody with a plasma rifle back at the base. Nope, and they all turn. Fuck!
We need bigger guns. We're going to get bigger guns. And with that, I turn in because there's work tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on Alcohol and Battletech for Doom
Good night,
Hell on
guys.
Mars.
Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. If anybody wants to hang around and do post game chat, cool. But yeah, that's where we're gonna cut it.
Certainly.
All right.
All right. Take care because I do need to go. Just have a lovely night,
Indeed.
folks. And we'll
Yep,
talk
yep.
about scripting and scheduling for the demo thing for making that happen, okay?
Absolutely. Sounds good to me, dude.
Till then, ta.
See ya.